Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? We are here. Music's too loud. Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. It is me. I am... I am late, I know. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Why was I late, you ask? Because I had a really important plans today of sleeping through everything. I have, oh my god. I was really, really busy sleeping all fucking day. Hey! But yeah, I've been doing this thing. Here's the thing, chat. I have been learning, I would say, bad things. I'd say I've been learning bad habits. I've been learning habits that have been helpful, and one, like, helped win me the OTK competition, but overall, I would say have been detrimental to my well-being. Like, it's sort of a mix. I have just, because I have a sleep disorder, right? Pretty disordered. Y'all probably know this. Anyone who's new, I guess you do not. One second. So, pretty sleep disordered, and I was not able to do a lot of things in my life. So sorry, everyone's messaging me now. Why, like, I feel like why does that happen? Do people are like, oh, Moat's live. Now it's time to bombard her with really specific questions. Shout out to my cat. So anyway, SCP, we're not SCPing today. Although I'm really excited. I liked the SCP thing a lot. So I think I'm gonna do it. Look what I got from Friday, by the way. But yeah, with the competition, I sort of, like, haven't really done a lot of creative stuff because I procrastinate and then I get too tired. But I realize, and this is not something you should learn from me, if I just suffer, I can do it. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I used to just, like, go to sleep once it was, like, a good time, but now it's just like, oh, I guess, like, now I'm awake, now's the time that I'm gonna get stuff done. I have to do it now, and it will just hurt later. And I've just been doing that, but, like, sometimes when I don't need to be. I think that's the thing. I think it's okay if you're doing, like, finals, if you're doing, like, a competition, but once you get in the habit of just, like, oh, I want to get this TikTok done. Not that I've done any fucking TikToks. Or, oh, I want to make sure I have this, like, you know, CCV for partner push or something. It's like, why not just hurt myself? And before I, like, wouldn't do that because I, like, know that I'm, like, not well. But now I'm just like, fuck it, let's just try it. And it's been detrimental. So I think I have to learn, like, thank you. I got this from Friday. I got this on this concert I went to. I love it. It's from some tequila brand. I was told I would get free tequila shots. All I got was this fan. But it's okay, I like this fan. One might say I'm a bit. Yeah, so I have been overexerting myself. It is my #1 fan. I've been overexerting myself. I went to this thing on Friday, which was really fun. I saw a band called Demon Pussy. That's where I got this fan. And I told my mom that I was seeing Demon Pussy, and my mom was not impressed. Hello, Rope, because she is a evangelical Christian Asian woman. To which Slew, shout out Slew, I love Demon Pussy. Something tells me you're not talking about the band Epic Steps. But at least I feel like we have enough in common for you to come in and be part of here. I feel like if you met a different kind, you still belong on this stream. You still belong as an audience member. Unfortunately, this is the audience I've fostered. Are those skeletons trying to make out? Which skeletons? I only see the one skeleton. Which? Oh, these ones. Yes, they are. The skeletons are trying to make out. absolutely. Sorry, I was like I was trying to play like I Spy in the background. So yeah, I said I was seeing demon pussy. My mom wasn't impressed. My evangelical Christian Asian mother. And Slew just cracked me up. He was like, do you think it was like the demon or the pussy that bothered her? Like what part? I'm just like, you know, a little column A, a little column B. Moat is a wild late night streamer. I know, I was supposed to be earlier. Broke again. Were they the kind of punk rocker you want to be? They definitely are. They're not exactly the genre I want to be. I think they're a lot more metal. And I want to do a lot more like horror punk / punk, maybe like pop punk. Although pop punk is like super oversaturated. Pop punk is gonna like die really hard soon. But yeah, I love like their aesthetic. I really like the band members. I met them at a party actually before, and so they told me to come, and I was really excited. They're really, really cool, nice people. And I just really enjoy that I'm like going to like local shows. Like I've gone to that. I've gone to this thing at the Viper Room, which was like Johnny Depp's old bar. I think he got kicked out though. I think they like made him leave ownership because he like fucked up taxes or something. I don't know. Look this up. But yeah, I really want to go to local shows. I think like, what's the point in being in LA if you're not doing LA things, you know? I spent a lot of my time working remotely and not leaving my house, and I'm like, why am I spending all this rent if I'm like just doing what I could do in the middle of like Tennessee or something? Like, what am I doing? So the idea of like going to like Sunset and going to like shows and going to like venues that have history, that's sort of what I want to do more of. So that makes me happy. I'm also happy that there's places around here, because I remember learning about Turkey Ninja. Thank you so much for 2 months, 2-month streak. You like my eye makeup? Thank you so much, Finn. I appreciate it. Or Fiend. Are you Fiend or Finn? But yeah, what was I saying? So I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to do LA stuff. I think, okay, one of the reasons why I thought I couldn't really go to a lot of shows is because I'm lazy and I can't drive. And the ska and punk scene traditionally was in like the OC, right? In Southern California. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go down there ever, you know? Yeah, Orange County in the 90s. Like that's where like, let's look at this. Thank you, AI. That's where No Doubt came out of, Sublime, Real Big Fish, yada, yada, yada. And so I was like, I'm not going to the OC. Too lazy to go there. I'm too far. But Sunset, I'm closer to. WeHo, I'm closer to. And there's a lot of like pretty big venues over by Hollywood, you know. So I'm excited. I think that's why you move to cities like this, you know. So yeah. So my dad did not like demon pussy. Well, I don't know if he liked it or not. Like neither of my parents came. I would like to say neither of my parents were at this event. In case that's not abundantly clear. Neither of them, they're both still in Canada, and I don't think they'd want to go see demon pussy. My dad wanted to know how the show went, and he didn't feel comfortable saying demon pussy, so he just said, how was your Friday event? Which makes me feel like my dad probably wouldn't have loved it either. Didn't like demon pussy, didn't come, sounds very suspicious. Yeah. Bring it up with my parents. Don't sponsor me. I was gonna say sponsor me, Coca-Cola, but don't sponsor me. Don't they like steal water from India or something? That sounds right. Anyway, so Demon Pussy Friday. This is gonna get so suppressed on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, by the way. Then Saturday, I dyed my hair. I don't know if you can tell, because it's kind of hard, but like had all these like hella roots coming in. So I got just my roots done, my purple roots. So now it's purple all the way up. There's a little bit of black here, and then it goes purple, but this is all purple. And it's kind of hard to tell now because they dyed it really dark, but in like 3 washes, you'll be able to tell. You're gonna be so impressed after I wash my hair 3 times. So in like 17 weeks from now. Thank you for pinning that, Ill. And thank you for being here, Ill Hunter, you're amazing. Quality, Q Money. Sorry, I didn't shout out everyone, but I'm like a little bit out of it. So I dyed my hair, that took like 4 or 5 hours. The reason why it takes so long is my hair is like My hair is like abnormally difficult to dye, and I thought it was just because I had black hair. But I go to a Korean hair salon. It looks darker. Yeah, they dye just this part darker. This part is the same color. But yeah, I go to a Korean hair salon, so I always thought I'm kidding, broken, or am I? I don't know. But I always thought that it was just because I was just like Asian. I was just like, I guess it's just hard to dye my hair. But I went to a Korean hair salon with a dude. The dude who did it has bleached hair. And so he obviously knows how to bleach his hair. It's like properly bleached. He's a hair salonist or whatever. And I've got my hair dyed there twice. And both times, this man, who cannot speak English, so he will start getting really angry in Korean. So I don't know what he's saying, but I know he's pissed because my hair is like, it takes twice to bleach. So I was sitting there, I don't know how long you're supposed to leave it in. How long are you supposed to leave bleach in? Because like it starts to like disintegrate, right? Yeah, so you should not leave bleach in your hair for 30 minutes, so longer can damage your hair. This motherfucker left it in for an hour, right? Like this dude, because he remembered from last time that my hair was hard to dye. He left it in for an hour, so that's like twice as much as you're supposed to do it. Like if I had like not Asian hair, it would be disintegrated. My scalp would be on fire. But yeah, it was just there, and like the woman kept coming by, and she was like, should we take it out? And he's like, can you see this shit? No, we can't wash it out. And so we left it in for a full hour. I think over an hour. It was like a crazy amount of time. Washed it out, and starts cursing in Korean, because he realized he had to bleach it again. That is me. That was me with my tinfoil hat. So like not only did he put it in twice as long as any human being should have it, they had to re-bleach it, and he was pissed. And I think he forgot how annoying it was. He remembered enough to put it in twice. So that's why I have to, like, when I get my hair dyed, I sit there for like 4 or 5 hours because my hair is just unbleachable. And it was still kind of orange after, and I think after the second time it was kind of orangey, and he just gave up and dyed it purple. But yeah, my hair was not meant to be bleached. My hair is anti-bleach. But they did a good job. But yeah, he was definitely mad. Didn't understand what he said, but it sounded angry. He knows some English, so he said, ha ha ha, while I was leaving. He's like, long time. I was like, yeah. Just like camp out. I just like remember to bring snacks and shit. It's a whole day thing. So I had that, and then I went to this sort of like industry event, which was nice, or event with some industry people that I knew. It was like a movie night. That was cool. But anyway, what I'm saying is I was already hungover, sitting in a chair, dyeing my hair. Then I stayed out till somehow 2 in the morning the next day. Didn't even drink, but was just like lost track of time. And then I slept all day today, and that's why I'm late. This is a really long, rambly story that you probably don't care about, but that is my life. That's why I'm so late. That's why I slept all day. I wasn't being lazy. I was being lazy, but I just did too much shit Friday, Saturday. Oh, really great stuff. The greatest. All right, so one thing I'm doing, I'm really excited about this, by the way. I thought that what we're doing today, so we're doing, I don't know if you can see the title, but we're doing a Lovecraftian Shallow-Dive. It's like a deep dive, but if you have no knowledge. I thought that was fun. I've never heard anyone say we're doing a shallow dive before. All of my things are going to be shallow dives from now on. I'd like you to know this. And one thing I'm really excited about is I use ChatGPT, and I have this weird thing. I think it's because, I don't know, people do things like they write their essays or they write songs or they like do their homework with ChatGPT that I like feel very weird about using it at all. Like I feel like it's cheating in a way. Like I have this weird deep-seated thing, but that's so fucking stupid because like I feel like if you want to use AI and also be creative, you just use AI to do stuff that like if you had like an assistant or like you know, like a sous chef, like they would do, like kind of the grunt work. because like what's the point of like you doing sort of dumb formatting and delegating, exactly, like dumb non-creative stuff like when they can do it instantly, right? So I'm really excited. So like I'm gonna start using ChatGPT not necessarily to come up with like things to say, but just like the idea work and the structure is really cool. Like I actually created a structure and I'm gonna follow it today, but it's about a completely different subject, but I can just put it in and I can just like add it. Like I created basically a skeleton, like something you'd get, like a template you get off the internet, you know, like when they give you those like Word documents or Excel sheets. Hi, Dr. Fletch, it's nice to see you. Shallow is better. I also can't swim. I can kind of swim. I think I could survive. My trick is you lay on your back and like float. I feel like I would be really good at not dying, because like I think a lot of like when I was a kid, we had to learn to tread water and stuff, and you're constantly like doing this, and that's really hard. Or like there's a lot of things with your face on the ground or your face on the side. This is me swimming, by the way. This is how I swim. But I remember as a kid just being like, when I do like the like lie on your back and kind of just float like that, that seems to be the least amount of effort, and you can breathe the best. This is not like good. This is swimming based on someone who's incredibly bored, like incredibly not bored, not good at swimming. This is like for survival. I think this is a good idea. You just lay on your back and just like, then you won't die. Yeah, you just float. ChatGPT for cover letters. Oh, and yeah, a lot of stuff like for job applications, because they make you like do everything. Let's say, sorry, just reading my messages, this is ridiculous. How's the sugar and caffeine? There's no sugar in this, it's Coke Zero. The caffeine is great, sugar fucks me up. I definitely had some ice cream, which was bad. Bad moat. It's kind of like how Edison delegated the light bulb. Lol, 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 lol. This is a nerdy, but you use ChatGPT to read the newspaper, so I don't have to. Oh, it's like, I get a little scared of that though, because sometimes ChatGPT makes mistakes and everyone just assumes it's like correct, but no one's like, it's like automatic, so no one's like doing fact checking and stuff, so that could be like dangerous. Just like keep in mind. Your friend said it's like a trust fall into the water, but I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone. I especially don't trust like the inanimate object of the water. Actually, I probably trust people more than the sea. The sea is a dark and harsh mistress. Your friend said, yeah, oh yeah, I just read that. Moat floating in a moat would be a good stream. Oh my God, I'm putting that. This is the worst. I'm gonna look up stream ideas. I always look at the stream idea list last minute. And it's just like, I always look like, I'm just like, oh my God, hopefully I can find some good ideas. And then it's just like stuff that I need like $1 million to do, or I need to go out and buy like an entire contraption. And I'm just like, this is a great idea, but I need to do something in an hour. What if the AI knows it's putting down mistakes, but does it to fuck with us? That's what I'm saying. When the AI becomes sentient, y'all, and we rely on it, we're fucked. Anyway, so I asked ChatGPT to do a structured 3-hour stream. And originally I wanted it to be on the Necronomicon, which I thought was just like a Evil Dead thing. I didn't know it was from Lovecraftian lore. And so then I saw, like, when I did ChatGPT, it says highlight key excerpts or stories from Lovecraftian lore recreated in the book. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to do a ChatGPT stream. I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a Necronomicon stream. I'm going to do a Lovecraftian stream. So they kind of gave me that idea. Necronomicon. The Necronomicon. Yeah, it was believed to be real for a while. ChatGPT writes bad code. I think it knows. It was believed to be real for a while. Maybe ChatGPT, maybe someone did ChatGPT for that security thing, and that's why all the flights got landed. Oh, Jojo, what? I hear her scratching something I care about. Jojo, where are you? Ah, damn it. That's so triggering. Jojo, where are you? No! I thought I put blankets on all of that. No! Jojo! Unbelievable. Ah! Did you hear her scream? What's it called? JoJo's not super scratchy. Like, she doesn't destroy much stuff, but the one thing she loves are these, like, wooden chairs I have. And, as soon as I have to put, like, blankets and pillows on them. And as soon as I, like, leave it for a second, you bet your ass she's there scritching it up. You have cooler ideas from what I've seen than what ChatGPT could ever. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like, I come up with like the sort of basic ideas, and then I'm just like, shit. I get really overwhelmed, as I'm sure everyone does when it comes to like planning. It's like, oh, I have a great idea. I mean, that's such a creative person thing, right? Creative people are great at coming up with ideas and terrible about putting them into motion. So that's why you need like a type A person to help you out. But like, you can make ChatGPT the type A person. So you use your own creative ideas, but then they will do it in order. So for example, we're on hour 1 chat, because I'm always like, shit, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I always like panic, especially, y'all know I really panic with just chatting streams, because I get like overwhelmed about like how to keep talking, how to keep things going. It tells me 15 minutes by 15 minutes what the fuck I'm supposed to say. So right now, we are on introduction. Welcome, viewers. Hello, viewers. Introducing the stream, which is we're doing a Lovecraftian style stream, and set the tone. Oh, I didn't set the tone at all. Oh, spooky. Oh. Wait, let me see the skeleton. Spooky. See these dolls? Spooky. I like this. I'll chat so you can reply to my insanity. Yes, everyone, please chat for the engagement and for, I don't know, camaraderie? Whatever. 07's in chat for engagement and camaraderie. Let's see. How are you doing, James? It's great to see you. Number 1 rule for a streamer, stalling. I am really good at stalling, but I also panic a lot. Hello, Shifty. Hello, everyone. I really appreciate you being here today. So we have set the tone. Boom. Thank you so much, ChatGPT. Now it's the next one. We're doing exploration of lore. See, this is awesome. It's like you come up with the idea, and then they're just like, I'm just like, how the fuck do I structure the stream? They're like, I got you, bitch. I got you. Discuss the origins and myths surrounding Lovecraftian horror. Highlight key excerpts or stories from Lovecraftian horror. Okay. I feel like that might be going a little too ahead of ourselves here. But y'all want to, but I do want to talk a little bit of the Necronomicon, because I genuinely, I had creepy background music. Did it go down? I feel like it's like creepy-ish, you know, dark synthwave. Kind of. I feel like that's sort of tonal. So I thought Necronomicon was from Evil Dead. I did not know it was from, so like, obviously whenever anything is, whenever you think something's from something, it's probably from something older. You can quote me on that, by the way. Whenever you think something's from something, it's probably from something older. That's the smartest shit I ever said. Isn't that right, Jojo? Jojo, say hi. Jojo, say hi. Come on. She's a very happy Jojo. She's happy to be here. She's Jojo. She's a very happy Jojo. She's happy to be here. She's Jojo. No, don't scratch my mic. Don't scratch my mic. Okay. Oh, you farted. That's not nice. She is a cute cat. Thank you for adding that quote, Hill. She is the queen. She's the queen, Joj. Hello, sir. Cuter now. Yeah, she's so cute. Look at her little silly tail. But yes. So apparently the Necronomicon, this is not what this is about, but this is why I decided to do a shallow dive. Also referred to as Book of the Dead, is a book of magic which was in stories by the horror writer H.P. Lovecraft. It was first mentioned in 1924 in the short story The Hound. That's so incredible. Like what Il Hunter said, is that a lot of people believe this is real. Like, imagine being like such a like goated writer that people like try and find this like fictional book from something you did. That's like awesome. I love that. Let's see. But yeah, like he came up with it. He said the name came to him in a dream. So pranksters would list the Necronomicon for sale in bookstore newsletters or insert phony entries in library card catalogs where it was checked out by A. Al-Herzed, which is, I guess, some cool, hilarious inside joke if you're like really nerdy. Let's see, there's something else. People would like go to like, what did they go? They'd like go to the Vatican or some shit and look for it. Like they were like, people would like go and like try and find the old school version. That's like crazy. That's really cool. Sorry, I was trying to find this. Vatican. Oh yeah, Vatican. The Vatican receives requests for this book for those who believe the Vatican Library holds a copy. That's crazy. You think the Evil Dead version is slightly differently named too? Necronomicon. It's called Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Also referred to as Naturam Demento in Book of the Dead. So close, same, but different, but also same. Can you follow? All right, apparently we're not supposed to ask. That's a little bit uncouth behavior. But I appreciate you being here, Andrew. But that's generally not polite as a first message. What kind of lotion do you use on your cat? So I don't use any lotion on my cat because sphinxes are extra oily. So they actually create a lot of oils. What you do have to do though, because they get oily and they like roll around in dirt and shit, is you have to bathe them. So you actually, it's more removing oil than adding oil, which is interesting. Necronomicon books, yeah, all of the, I mean, because it's a fictional book, and like people like love the lore and stuff, and like they make really cool bindings for it. Don't do a shallow dive, that's dangerous. That's true. Don't literally do a shallow dive. That's okay, Andrew. You know, I figure I should tell you in case someone else is mean. Also, Stefano's joking, by the way. Don't scare new people. Don't scare the new people. Although I guess we are a spooky stream. People practice the spells and incantations as if they were real. Listen, man, I'm doing this love spell book. Is this working? Who knows? I can't make fun of this. Maybe this will work. Who came up with this? Whatever. For those of you who don't know, in 15 minutes I have to smile to this onion as part of this thing that I did. I think you broke the spell a few times. I kind of have not been amazing at, I haven't been amazing at like doing it every day. My hope is that I've done it enough times that maybe, my hope is, I am a terrible witch. The rotting onion. I know I started the love potion. My true love will be based in rot. I mean, isn't that fitting? This is so confusing for people who don't know what we're talking about. Is this some sort of blood ritual? Pliz boobs. It's not blood. There's no blood ritual, luckily. I think that would probably be TOS, right? I don't think there's any blood in this book. Although there is some weird shit. There's locks of hair of someone. Not you. You have to find someone that you're interested in, take a lock of their hair, or nail clippings. Yeah. I just like, that seems a little too much. Because y'all were talking about like maybe you could go into their shower and get like hair from the shower, which is, again, still insane. Like, may I recommend, like, don't do this. Don't find someone you like. Don't find someone you like, go into their shower and take their hair. No, that was not me. Someone in chat recommended that. I did not. Don't make me sound crazier than I am. Don't. Someone said I should do that. A bag of Funyuns? Yeah, they probably won't rot as much. Seriously, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Means we're 10 subs away from our goal, of which the reward is I will have 170 subs, because I still haven't done any of my goals. I really gotta work on the phone book ASMR. Oh my god. How does anyone do anything? Red 40 drink? What is that? Let's make voodoo dolls. I do have voodoo dolls on the list, especially for Soda Poppin'. I think I wanna expedite that, especially because I do want to punish Soda Poppin' specifically. So I'm gonna put an asterisk next to that. Thank you so much. Taco Bell menu ASMR Gavtovsky. That would be good too. That would be good too. I like that. Thank you so much for tier 1. Also 2-month streak. You don't know if your sub went through very odd. I did not get a notification, but I think that you are still subbed. So thank you so much for being still subbed. I guess like they just didn't have an alert. Thank you for the level 1 hype train. If we get to level 2, we will do the hype train song, but not level 1. Because for some reason, when I have 2 things, I get a hype train. And like, I thought you had to have like 3 things. I think my hype train is like a little overexcited. It hype trains too early. It's premature hype training. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Lena. I appreciate it. You are only in for 5 minutes because you gotta go, but I hope everyone's having a wonderful day and the stream goes well. Thank you so much. I hope the stream goes well too. Oh, we got it. We got it. It's hype train song. Y'all are gonna get really excited for this, okay? The hype train song is very exciting. Thank you so much, because the last time I did it, someone commented that it sounds like a dying badger. So you're in for a new people. You're in for you're in for a treat. All right. Premature hypulation, exactly. It happens to everybody, but if it happens too much, see a doctor, you know? Okay. Let's go. Here we go. Hello, Man Up Mate. It's great to see you. We're getting our special guitar chair. I don't like playing guitar with like arm handles because it makes it harder to do. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, cock. Oh, bitch. Nope. Everything's fine. Wires are so annoying. Well, I hate wires, but like wireless, we're not really there with the wireless technology, right? It's still not caught up with wires, because wires are faster than not wires. But damn, I wish wires didn't exist. My under desk, in case y'all are wondering if I have cable management, no one's wondering that. Everyone knows. Everybody knows I don't have cable management. Anyone could guess that. Yeah, fuck cock bitch, exactly. I would be banned from my own chat, according to Autobot. Okay. I clicked allow. Allow. Hey. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure the mic was closer. It's been a while since you've seen my face. I haven't been doing so great. So I took a little break. A lot of things people are saying about me are quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, as long as it's entertaining to you. Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic hype train, chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic hype train, you got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. The toxic hype train, tie me to the tracks and harass me from my past. Those rumors look like facts if you don't mind the gaps. I won't survive the crash, but hey, at least you're having fun. At least you're having fun. Okay, Colleen. Shout out to Colleen Ballinger. the best apology video ever. I think I am getting better, right? Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things, even though my team has strongly advised me not to say what I wanted to say. I recently realized they never told me I couldn't sing what I wanted to say, so here I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts. So I hope you'll be willing to listen. Here we go. Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way, like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more like a loser kind of way, where I was trying to be besties with everybody. It was kind of like when you go to a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, that was me. But in group chats with my fans, it was really weird. I was sharing my life online for 15 years. I poured my heart out, and because of that, I feel like I was talking to my friends in the beginning of my career. I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare and try and get them to hang out with me at TwitchCon. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? Thank you so much for the level 1 hype train! Woo! Hype train number 2 complete. Hype train 1 completed. Hype train 2 at 0%. You were the ant? Apparently I was the ant. Yes, in case anyone's wondering what these buck wild fucking lyrics are, that was almost 97% word for word an actual song that Colleen Ballinger posted. And she thought, like, what did she expect people would think when they did this? They expect everyone was going to stand and be like, wow, that's so brave. Yeah, ChatGPT definitely did not write that. ChatGPT would have done a better job. So there's some times where it's like, maybe the AI is right. Maybe we should let the robots take over. It's songs like these that maybe think we should welcome our robot overlords and reject the reject human beings, because that was truly one of the biggest trash fire things I've ever seen. Hi, Jojo. If you can see Jojo's playing with a piece of the foil that goes on top of my Soylent bottle. That's pretty fun. I am not getting my secret lab chair. I'm staying in one of the chairs that Jojo scratches up every time that she has a second to do so. All right, so we are now diving into the Lovecraftian lore, everyone. So luckily we have our visual aids. Everyone was, I think, really excited about them for the SCP, so we're keeping this going. Maybe I'll put it over here. I'm trying to think of what's the best place. So everyone follow along, please. I don't want to stress you out, but this will be on the exam, all right? This will be, so everybody, we're not going to do SCP today, but I did not, of course I didn't make them ahead of time. Of course we're going to be doing these. Of course we're going to be doing these live. These terrible drawings live. What would you expect from me? I'm going to turn on, do I have this plugged in? Of course I don't. I was saying, I think it would be nice to have this light plugged in, but I don't have an end. Joj, why don't I correctly plan for stream, Joj? This is why I feel like happy about this ChatGPT thing, because I feel like they can plan for me a little bit, just like the organizational stuff. I feel like it's going to be a lifesaver, especially for people like ADHD, neurodivergent people, just people like me who's just a lazy piece of shit, you know, all that stuff. All right, let's see. So last time we had the SCP. Oh, I think I do need to do my chair. I do need the chair because I'm too short now. All right, excuse me, JoJo. Excuse me, classic streamer. Exactly. This reminds me, I feel like streaming should not be a one-person job. I feel like the best streamers are teams of two, like Nurse Huckleberry or the Atomic Twins. There's this episode of Seinfeld that like really resonated with me. And it was like, I don't remember, like, you know when you watch like a show because it's always on and you don't like remember a lot of like details, but you just remember you've seen a lot of this content, and then if you see like, if I see a Seinfeld episode or a Friends episode, I'll be like, this seems very familiar. I've definitely watched this before, but like, it sort of feels like you're watching it for the first time. One Seinfeld episode that I absolutely like really resonated with me was this one where George and Jerry are trying to have a relationship with this woman, but because it's so difficult to date women, I guess, but I think I was gonna say I feel like this also applies to men, but like in a different way. I don't know. We don't have to dive into this. This isn't a dating stream. But there was this woman, and so they were trying to do front of house and back of house. So Jerry was basically like the front of house person, the person who was actually like hooking up with her, which I feel like was kind of like the better deal. It's like, I mean, this is obviously like a complete joke, so it was like funny. But I always wonder, I'm like, why would you do back of house for this? So he would be like having the relationship, you know, talking to people, introducing his family, but then George was doing all the administrative stuff. So he was like planning the dates and like making sure that like everything was organized, and like between the two of them, they like couldn't date one woman. And it just resonated with me, just like, that's just like so real. It's like, even when you delegate tasks, it's just like, even one relationship is like too much. That's me being a piece of shit though. Don't ask my exes about that. They'll be like, yeah, of course you need fucking 4 of you to be able to be in. I'm not bitter, it's fine. How are you doing, Chato? It's nice to see you. Anyway, what I'm saying is, streaming is at least a 2-person job, 100%, right? Like, this is like, it's crazy. Like, that's why I really miss like So-So and stuff. It was like me and Slew, and like, it was like because you have to do like, people are setting up and people are coming with ideas. But when it's just you, it's just like, oh my God. It's like, you have to be your own camera person, makeup artist, writer. Yeah, it's like, my goal in life is to definitely be part of a streaming org or a streaming company and like not have to do this shit by myself anymore. This shit's so hard. And then it looks better anyway because you have so many people helping. All right, so we're not doing SCP today. We're doing a Lovecraftian Shallow-Dive. But this was one of the ones as like a recap of what we did last time. The SCP-3008, this is one of my favorite ones of all time. This is when a guy got stuck inside an infinite IKEA. It was very spooky. It was very spooky. And then the one we did afterwards was SCP-93, which is another one of my favorites. This one's actually spooky. I think that's really good. And I feel like the IKEA thing, it's like, I feel like I have enough information from the IKEA story. It's sort of like, okay, like, I get it. He's got an IKEA. That's funny. The IKEA doesn't end, whatever. But I think for this one, this is one of the things that I would want to see like spin-offs of and like fan fiction of and like deep dives into, because for those of you who weren't there from this one, it was like about this red sea object. So it's this object that like when you touch it, it turns a certain color, and the color corresponds to how much like guilt you have in your life. How are you doing, Sherry? Which SCP, OMG, which SCP would I be? I think there's a BuzzFeed quiz for that. Is BuzzFeed still happening? I watched a video on like Shorts that I thought was really cool, and then when I went to her account, she was like, worked for BuzzFeed, and I was like, oh, we're still doing that? I'm so happy BuzzFeed dying, by the way. I hated it like since the day it came on. I don't want to see people in tubes. I mean, yeah, I see that. BuzzFeed quiz, oh, you want me dead. BuzzFeed quizzes were so dumb, and you know I did like dozens of them back in the day. It sounds like Isekai and IKEA. I wonder if that was in the inspiration. Possibly. The IKEA Isekai. Maybe. I mean, that sounds very cool. Thank you, Chota, for the streak. 5 streams, yes! But yeah, so those who weren't there yesterday, or not yesterday, Thursday? When the fuck did I do this? Everything's a blur. Yeah, so it's like, say you were like a murderer, but then regretted it a lot, it would turn one color, or say if you had no remorse, it would turn another color, and then you ended up going to like you ended up walking through a mirror, like fucking like, what's that called? Lion Witch in the Wardrobe style. And you end up going into this world where like all these people have been turned into monsters because of this like weird religion, cult, science, new age thing. I don't know. It's fucking sick. SCP-93, y'all. Have I seen Mashuko Tensei? I have not. Hello, Eric, by the way. I saw you in earlier, but I did not say hi because I'm a garbage. How are you doing? What is it about? I haven't seen a lot of Junji Ito. I need to simultaneously see more Junji Ito and also like not. Because every time I see a Junji Ito picture, I'm like, I should watch it. And then also it's like, I hate even like the tiny bit that I've seen, you know? Like it's simultaneously like, I should get into it. And also like, just the little tiny screenshot I saw has upset me for the next 10 minutes. So maybe I shouldn't. Okay, interesting. That time you got reincarnated as a lazy boy, that's me. That's me, Epic. That time you got reincarnated. I'm looking this up. What is this? Mashuko Tensei. Mashuko Tensei. Jobless reincarnation. Is it like an anime? Because it says it's a book series, but then usually they make it into a show, right? Are you talking, is this like a books or what do I want to see here? Anime, okay. I see. All right, I'll have to look into it. As you know, y'all probably, many people know I don't have the best, I'm not the best at anime. I'm not the biggest animator, so I always feel a little out of, like, I feel like I was born on the internet and like raised by the internet and just have been terminally online since I was like an infant. So I feel very like comfortable in internet culture, but the one time I get like self-conscious is when it comes to anime, because I never really got too much into anime other than like Miyazaki and shit, just like normie shit. So it's just like, I feel like I know about internet culture pretty extensively, but then like anime, it's just, there's this giant like blind spot that I just like hope no one calls me on. You know what I mean? Like that's like the one thing that I'm just like, oh, don't quiz me on that. All right. So everyone, just so you know, this is on the test, everybody. Okay. We are doing the we are learning today about Shallow-Dive into H.P. Lovecraft. Okay. Everyone, please take notes. Let's see. Okay, here's the reason why I'm doing this on screen also. A, I'm very lazy, but B, when I did, so the reason why I have this pad was for the OTK presentation, which I low-key diffed. It took me like 2 hours to do this, because I don't know if I was just like listening to music or like slacking off or zoning out, but I like did it in pencil, and then I overdid it like with marker, and then I was like, oh, it could be thicker, and then I overdid it like a third time. So it was like, it took me like insane amounts of time to do, like I wasted so much time. So I just know behind the scenes, I would just like try and make this like, just for some reason, just go to way more effort than this deserves. So we're just gonna do it now poorly. I also need to remember to draw my letters skinnier, because my whole life is just like, it's just gonna get smaller. Hopefully no one cares. I can't see the notes. I'm overdoing it in pencil just in case I like fucked up. And I kind of did fuck up, but it's too bad, because I'm sticking to the pencil. Even though the pencil was temporary, I'm sticking to what I did, you know? Sometimes you just have to lean into it. PowerPoint presentations would take the same amount of time. Drawing it was definitely a better idea. I liked the drawing thing. I thought it was cool to have it more like handmade. I thought it was more like me, but I don't know. It didn't fly as well. I feel like maybe, yeah, I feel like if I was less stressed, if there was less technical difficulties, I don't know. There's a way, I think it was just too much. I bit off more than I could chew, you know? But I feel like had I had more time or figured out how to plan stuff better or figured out like how to technical difficulty less, it would have been a lot more, I think it could have really worked, you know? But what do you do? What do you do? It's too late. It's over. I won. Fuck it. Fuck you guys. I don't know why I'm swearing at you. That's unnecessary. Alright, H.P. Lovecraft. We're learning about this boy. This dead boy. He's oh so dead. Alright. There we go. That looks beautiful. How is this? This is readable, right? Y'all? This is readable? Boom. H.P. Lovecraft. It sort of looks like H.P. Lovecraft. That's frustrating, but just ignore that. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who this is. Indubitably. Yes, indeed. Indubitably. Alright. Ah, fuck. I gotta... I love the creatures of Mr. Racist Lovecraft created Cthulhu being my fave, actually. It is true. We have to learn. He was pretty racist, right? I remember he did something bad. So I will probably have to cover that in the lesson as well. You know, you don't rewrite history to make people better. You write history to make them be accurate, right? Apparently he was pretty racist. Oh, he's the cat guy? He's the cat guy. I don't know. It's time for the fucking onion. Hi, Flux. How are you doing? All right, I gotta smile this goddamn onion. Everybody, put down your notes. It's fine. We're gonna get back to it. We just have to do the onion thing. Okay. All right, where's my table? Oh, there's a bunch of garbage on my table. No, moat. What? Crap. Just have my, like, girl dinner. Look at this shit. What is wrong with me? Don't answer that, chat. That's what I'm a therapist for. I'm running out of sessions with my therapist. Thank you, insurance. Insurance giveth and insurance taketh away, you know? Alright. The speaker is buzzing. Stop it. Shh. Stop buzzing. Ow. You're being loud. Stop it. Meow. I don't know how to. I'm just gonna turn the gain down. Nobody rate or do anything, I guess. Okay. Got my table. Okay. This thing is solid. Oh, very solid. Okay. Boom. All right. Got my table. Got my book. Okay. All right. Get my candles. All right. Where's my lighter? Where am I? Am I even live right now? Is this real life? Are y'all here? Okay. I'm not losing it, you're losing it. Let me get the onion. Okay, so a couple of things to note about this onion, right? Number one, bad things first. This is disgusting. It's getting gray and very soft. Hello, Fendi Charmers, nice to see you. So that's pretty gross. This is like very rotten. Also, there's like, I think there's some black molding here. So I'm gonna have to cut that off if I don't want to actually literally die. Like, I think there's literally black molding. Oh, it is so rotting. The good news is it's growing more. So the whole point of this spell is it's supposed to grow, and it's doing a good job growing. So even though it's disgusting, it is like working, right? And I assume that this is sort of like an egg. Like, you know how in an egg, like a chick feeds on itself? Like it feeds inside the egg and like gives it food. I think like the gross, disgusting onion bulb is like feeding it. Like it's like I don't really need fertilizer. Another cool thing is like there's a couple roots, but there's one long ass root, just like one singular root that goes like almost to the bottom of the jar. I think that's funny. The other ones are just like barely hanging in there, and one root is like, I got you, bro. It's like deep diving. So yeah, I mean, it's working. I haven't killed this yet, so I guess there's hope for my love life. This looks gross. What are you doing thing? This is a love spell. Feeds, yeah, the mold is part of it. The one root is a symbol of my true love. Just hanging on for dear life. Just the smallest little bit of hope. Okay. Hello everyone, what is this weird onion? Hi Slavic, every day at 10:30 I have to smile at this onion because I'm doing this love spell that I got from eBay. Welcome. This is a totally regular stream. I want a contest, okay. Alright, so lore tells that onions are powerful symbols of emotion because tears emerge as you cut one. This sounds like it was written by a 5-year-old. To grow love in the wilderness, a young girl should plant an onion and infuse it with all of her being. In theory, it should be watered with all of the tears of your past disappointments. Oh, I could water it for days. Hopefully you will not be reminded of the past too much as I assure my future. Everyone, y'all might have Bitcoin, y'all might have, I don't know, Amazon stocks. I'm putting my future on this onion, okay? That's for my future. I'm baking my future on. It is fancy. It's fancy. All right, so, oh, I have to freshen the water. Every day I have to freshen the water. Okay, I gotta dump out the water. How many days do I do this for? Every day. Oh my God. I have to do this every day. I was like, when do I stop? Because I think the candles I only have to do for 6 days. I have to do this forever. Every day. But even when I find true love, I have to put it into a pot and the relationship will grow stronger. So if I kill this onion, my relationship dies. That's like high stakes on this rotting, disgusting onion. Onion coins are top tier coins. True, invest. What's it called again? To the moon. I like how everybody lost a bunch of money on crypto and NFTs and stuff, and then all the crypto bros like kind of got really quiet. Yeah, I think I might have to freeze it for a little bit, like freeze it and then just for a couple hours. I don't know. Like I'm sure it won't die if I just freeze it a little bit, right? You can put bees in the fridge. Like don't do this. Don't do this, but this is a really fucked up thing I read on the internet as a kid. I used to want to be an entomologist, and I read this on the internet, and I feel like PETA, not that PETA's good, but someone needs to call this website. It was like it was like 2000s, like when the internet truly was the Wild West, and they had this instructions like if you want a bee on a leash, just put the bee in the fridge or the freezer for like 10 minutes, and it will get too tired. And then you tie a leash around it. I learned that as a child. I'm like, that's such a good idea. Now I'm older and I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna empty this water of this disgusting onion. I'll be right back. Y'all. replenished the water, and I wasn't kidding, y'all. Look at this silly long route. It's so long. Why are all the other ones barely hanging in where? And this one's like, I got you, bro. Look at this. That's so ridiculous. All right. Boop. Crypto bros are nuts, right? You're so happy when NFT crash and your friends stop talking about it. Like, honestly, a lot of my favorite thing about NFTs not working out, like, it's not like I want people to lose money. It's not like I want people to not do well. Like, I think that's mean. Like, I don't want these people to not be successful, but I do like them shutting up about it. Like, like, I do like the fact that I don't have to hear it. Like, remember, like, CrossFit was a thing? I don't really know that many CrossFit people, but, like, it was just, like, a thing that people, like, would talk about CrossFit. And now it's just, like, CrossFit's doing fine. So no one's, like, talking about it like it's, like, this crazy cult. Everyone knows what it is, and everybody just goes, and everybody just shuts up about it. You know, it's just, like, they're doing fine, they're making money, you're getting fit, you don't need to talk about it, right? At least it's not a Mandrake route. That would be cool, though. You only need one. That's true, Shoto. Just like a true love, you only need one. I love you, Raquel Alexei. I love you so much. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. How have you been? Lovely, lovely human. Okay. So I have to see in my onion smooth surface. There's no smooth surface anymore, chat. It's only bumpy, rotting surfaces. But I'm gonna look at the smoothest surface here and see a surface of see a picture of my face laughing and happy. Wow. I am super happy. Once this grows enough, we put it in a pot. I'm really excited to put this in a pot because the rotting onion thing is smelling out my whole kitchen. It's pretty gross. All right, so we've done the onion thing. Good work. Now, I believe, how many times have I done this? I think I've done this 3 times. I think I have to do this 3 more times. I know I should have done this every day, but we're just gonna do it the amount of days we have to. How much longer do you have to do the onion thing? Trap Mayonnaise. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I really appreciate it. Did you know, chat, that if you have Amazon Prime, you actually can use a sub to your favorite creator once a month? Or even a creator you hate. It doesn't really, no one's gonna ask you if it's truly your favorite. But thank you so much, Mayo. I appreciate it. How much longer do I have to do the onion thing? Thank you so much for asking. As long as I want any relationship, I have to both start and survive, apparently. So this weird candle shit, I only have to do for 6 days, but the onion thing I have to do if I want my true love to thrive. So it's forever. Or if I get tired of my relationship, I guess I could kill it. I don't know. That's fucked up. All right, 3 candles bright. The ideal choice, if the other party causing trouble is not necessarily a lover, but perhaps an overpossessive child from a previous relationship or an in-law. So this is me casting a spell on me, potential loved one, and not a past lover of mine, but someone else intruding, okay? Will I explain that to you? No, because it's none of your business, all right? Come on. No one's being like that. Okay, so, this is the 4th one. Okay, so I have to light them all, and each have 3 different colors to represent 3 different parties, kind of related to their star signs. I used my star sign, someone else's star sign, and I only had 3 colors of candle, so then the other one got gold by default. I assume that counts. I'm so sorry if there's any actual, like, witches or Wiccans here who are just face-palming really hard. But I think I nailed it. Okay, here we go. Candle 1. This is Bergamo Shiso. Very fancy candle. Shout out to Paprika who bought me this candle. I don't even think she bought it. I think she bought it as a housewarming, which is really cute. I was going to say she bought it for no reason. I don't know. Like, I feel like buying it as a housewarming is sort of the same thing as no reason. Like, it's really nice when people buy you stuff outside of, like, birthdays or whatever. I count this as no reason because, like, I wouldn't do it, you know? So, like, I feel like there's a lot of things that, like, some people expect you to get gifts, like, give gifts to that you shouldn't. Like, have you heard of this thing? Oh my God. Have you heard of this thing called a push present? I'm so angry at, I don't know how to say this without being offensive. certain groups of people, often in America, perhaps often in the South, who just come up with bullshit. It is passive aggressive. I'm so sorry. I'm just like trying to come up with a way. A lot of people from like gender reveal parties are from the South. You know what I'm talking about. The people who like make it their whole personality to like have kids, which is like, it's fine. It's nothing wrong with that. Like the Virgin Mary, she made it her whole personality and like everyone loves her, right? But like, I'm just saying generally, stop it. But yeah, there's this thing called a push present. I've just heard of this. And apparently your husband is supposed to get you something for giving birth to a baby. Like keep in mind you have a wedding shower, a wedding, right? Like this is assuming you're in the South, you're doing all that shit, right? So you're doing a wedding, the passive aggressive thing. I mean, I'm just being aggressive. Fuck the push present. So you have the wedding shower, baby shower, right? You're getting all this shit. And now there's a push. I think like Hallmark makes this up and then just people from the South like lap it up. Like the sort of women, I'm so sorry. This is me being so bitchy. Oh my God. I hate you seeing me like this. But yeah, there's people in the South who like the sort of people who get really into those like multi-level marketing schemes and they're just like selling you like bullshit like LuLaRoe. This is like the same people who are doing this. A push gift or a baby bauble is a present a partner or family gives a mother to mark the occasion of her giving birth. It's supposedly grown in the United States, however, it's a discretion at the partner or father. Some believe it trails back to several hundred years ago in UK and India, but everyone knows America is the one who made it annoying, right? Like, come on. The popularity of push presents has been attributed part to media covers of celebrities receiving them. Examples include a 10-carat diamond ring given to celebrity stylist Rachel Zoe by her partner Roger, a Bentley given to Penny Tanis of Real Housewives of Orange County, and a diamond and sapphire necklace given to Mariah Carey by Nick Cannon. Some couples would prefer increased help in chores or baby care, or save the money for a child's education. That seems passive aggressive. Whoever wrote that was like, some people are irrational. Some people, instead of wanting a bunch of bullshit, would just like someone to fucking take the trash out once in a while. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm writing these. Do you want to buy some auto insurance? No, Chili, I don't. Hi, Haronk, it's nice to see you. I hate women. I don't hate women. I love women. I love women. Everyone, I'm very pro-women. So pro-women and men. Just, I love everybody. There's a lot of certain types of things that are masculine I hate too. It's just the push present happens to be very much put forth, I think, by women. But there are things that men do that I'm annoyed as well. We could do that as well. This just happens to be a more female-centric issue. But I could definitely name things that bother me about men. You know, we could do this. We could just fully just complain about everyone based on their personal characteristics. I'd be down, but we don't have time to do that. We're lighting candles for my love life. God fucking damn it. All right. Let's see. We got these going. Alrighty. So, boom. We got the 3 candles, all right? So I'm supposed to say the name of my adversary, adding let go, and then I say, let go of my immaturity and fear, say the name of the loved one, let them find love, security right here, touch my heart as I say this, and wish the other person well. Okay, repeat this over 5 days. Okay, I've done it 4 times. I have to do it 2 more times. All right, I'm muting so y'all can't hear. So you can't hear who I'm talking about. That'd be so embarrassing. This is top secret. If I say it, it doesn't happen. Okay. All right, I'm blowing out this candle. And this one. Boom. Beautiful. This has been, it is you, Chodo. You're right. You got it. Lip readers, let's go. I covered my face with the book because y'all tried to do that last time. And I'm not letting it happen again. Okay. My place just looks more and more deranged every day, right? Like it's starting to get, I think it's just starting to get a little too weird. I don't know. What do y'all think? All right, while I'm up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I have to pee. I am going to BRB. And then we're gonna learn about Lovecraft, whether you like it or not. We're gonna learn shit. We're learning shit today, chat, but I do have to pee. All right. See you soon. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Woo! Sippy Cup, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. I'm sorry if I did not say so. Epic birthday wish rules. It's true. It's true. Feels dank, man. All right, you lost your notes. God damn it. Can someone please send their notes to Mr. Quality? Someone? This isn't curved, all right? We help each other out in this class. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I also lost my cat. I'm sure she's fine. Okay. Here we go. Lovecraft. We're learning. Chat. We're learning. Okay? Everyone scoot forward, okay? That's important. Okay. Learning time. Here we go. All right, H.P. Lovecraft. Should I just go on Wikipedia? I feel like we should go on something more better source than that. Britannia, the High Ice Prophet, the Encyclopedia Britannia. I think we generally trust that more, right? Because it's like not edited by random people. I think you should use Wikipedia as a source. All right. So, H.P. Lovecraft. Yes, you like to edit Wikipedia wiki posts for the memes. You are part of the problem. Say it with me. Quality is part of the problem. All right. Born in 1890, died in 1937. Providence, Rhode Island. Okay? Everyone remember this. We will ask you to do the entire number. We can't see the board. So, okay. How's this? Is this better? It's always wild to me how like some of the most famous people like died so early. Like wasn't Mozart like 7 when he died and he made like all that shit? That's crazy. 1890 to 1937, okay? We're learning today. He wrote fantastic and macabre stories and was one of the early 20th century masters of the Gothic tale of terror. What the fuck does that mean? The Gothic novel, which I'm learning from Britannica, so this is the source I have. You don't believe this source? I was told that this was a good source. A Gothic novel is a European romantic pseudo-medieval fiction having a prevailing atmosphere of mystery and terror. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Only 47 is nuts. Most of your furniture's from between those years. Let's go. That's awesome. My house, this house that I live in was built in 1936 or 1937. So this house was built. This house lived as Lovecraft died. So he was interested in science since he was a child. Do we have to read this novel to be goth? I think so. I think goths will gatekeep you if you do not read H.P. Lovecraft. So he wanted to do science, just science. But lifelong poor health prevented him from attending college. He was a ghostwriter and rewrite man and spent most of his life in seclusion and poverty, and his fame increased after his death. This is wild. This shit blows my mind. This is why I don't think, if y'all's goal is to be famous, stop wanting that goal, okay? Because a lot of the people that you hear as being some of the greats didn't have shit until they died. So you're telling me, not a good goal. So you're telling me you want this achievement that you will not feel until you no longer exist as a person. Absolutely the fuck not. Don't, you know? You don't want the fame, you just want the money. Is there a spell for that? Probably. I got another spell book off of the internet. This is Love Charms, Magical Cures, and Other Practical Sorcery. This sounds like something that would be in Harry Potter. This sounds like something she who will not be named wrote. Beautiful. I'm sure there's something for that. You're gonna be so mad when I'm dead famous. I'd be so pissed. So yeah, it's there's so many stories of this, where you just wow, go down in history like one of these greats. It's they didn't even know they were going down in history. And imagine how stupid you would feel going to be depressed, dying, being sad your whole life because you never accomplished anything. dying sad, feeling like a failure because this was your goal, and then just becoming famous after. Like, that's so stupid. Being famous is not a good goal. Being rich is a better goal, I think, because, like, it will help you not, like, die. But I think the being rich is probably a better goal to ensure that you don't, like, you know, run out of food. But, like, if your whole goal is just to be rich, I think that's also a pretty bad thing. I don't know what the right answer is, but, like, these are wrong, okay? Those are wrong. That's gonna be on the test too. Let's see. Imagine never having privacy ever again. Yeah, that's crazy. Takes notes. Perfect. All right. So, from 1923 on, most of his short stories lived in the magazine Weird Tales. The Thulu Missos of tales describe ordinary New Englanders' encounter with horrific beings of extraterrestrial origin. Okay, right. So we got Thulu Missos series. That's pretty famous. So I think that should go on the board. All right. Thulu. Okay. In case you need some visual aid for that, let me just draw this spooky boy. All right, don't worry. I'm gonna draw you a thing that I ripped off the internet. Here we go. Okay. All right. All right. This is sort of what a Thulu looks like, in case anyone doesn't know. We got some tentacles. We got some ooh eyes. Okay. Got some stupid arms. Alright. And then we got these wings. Alright. So that's the Thulu, okay? This would make a great emote. It would make a nice emote. I should get someone who can actually draw to make me a Thulu emote. I'll put that in the to-do list. Thulu, I barely knew you. Okay. Let's see. So a lot of intimate knowledge of New England's geography and culture is blended into it. So if you're a New England fan, then there you go. This marker is dead. This is going in the trash. I'm just gonna throw it on the ground. I always thought it was a big kraken. This is what I looked this up, and this is what all the pictures look like. So I'm just gonna believe the internet. This one's dead too. What the fuck? Why are my markers dead? No. What color should the wings be? Should the wings be green? Yeah, the wings are kind of, there's some like purpley wings. All right, I'm throwing this on the ground too. This is trash. All right. Now I'm getting really invested in drawing this Thulu, and I'm getting distracted. Okay, boom. All right. A Nylon Thulu is wild. It's pretty good, pretty good. Where's my phone? Okay. Oh, shit. So, we have some early notes. I will continue on with more notes, but for now I think it's time that we read a story. I saved a couple, so I did do some planning, chat. It was me kind of comatose, sitting in my bathtub, trying to be like, Moat, you gotta do fucking something. Let's see. Did I actually screenshot it? I actually might not have. I thought I did save it. Now I'm not sure I did. Okay. Well, maybe there's a tab saved somewhere. Moat. All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna read you a story, and by I'm gonna do shortest Lovecraft stories. All right. Oh, I did Love Stort. This is a good story. What is famous shortest mythos story? Going by word count, Nyarlathotep is the shortest mythocentric story. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. We're reading a thing, okay? I've never read a single story by this person, so we're gonna read them together. Here we go. So, the story we're reading today, chat, and this will be on the test, is Nyarlathotep. Okay? Everyone, please remember this is part of the Mythos series. Nyarlathotep. Okay? I may skip over some because I don't really like to read. Because I'm a degenerate, but I'm gonna read most of it. This is one of the stories of all time, exactly. You literally cannot say anything different than that. All right. Nyarlathotep. Nyar, I miss him. He was a mod for Innocent Elixir. Great guy. This is about him. Reading, right? The Crawling Chaos. I am the last. I do not recall distinctly when it began, but it was months ago. The general tension, horrible. To a season of political and social upheaval, there is a strange and brooding apprehension of a hideous physical danger. A danger that was widespread and all-embracing. Such a danger that could only be imagined in the most terrible phantasms of the night. I recall that the people went about with pale and worried faces and whispered warnings and prophecies which no one dared consciously repeat or acknowledge that he himself had heard. A sense of monstrous guilt was upon the land, and out of the abyss, between the stars, swept chill currents that made men shiver in the dark. There was a demonic alteration in the sequence of the seasons. The autumn heat lingered fearsomely, and everyone felt the world, and perhaps the universe, had passed from the control of known gods to that of gods that were unknown. Gods are powerful and spooky, but the unknown ones are even scarier, apparently. I personally know no gods personally, you know? I feel like I'm not on a first name basis with any gods at all. I don't know, do y'all talk to gods? Please comment in the section below if you do. You know one? That's sick. That's very cool. It was then that Nyarlathotep came out of Egypt. Who he was, no one could tell. But he was of the old native blood and looked like a pharaoh. The peoples knelt when they saw him, yet they could not say why. He said he had risen up out of the blackness of 27 centuries, and that he had heard messages from places not on this planet. Into the lands of civilization came Nyarlathotep, swarthy, slender, and sinister, always buying strange instruments of glass and metal and combining them to even stranger instruments. He spoke much of science, of electricity and psychology, and gave exhibitions of power which sent his spectators away speechless, yet which swelled his fame to exceeding magnitude. Men advised one another to see Nyar and shuddered. As where Nyarlathotep went, rest vanished, for the small hours were rent with the screams of nightmares. Never before had the screams of nightmares been such a public problem. Now the wise men almost wished they could forbid sleep in the small hours, that the shrieks of cities might less horribly disturb the pale, pitying moon as it glimmered on green waters gliding under bridges. So I guess they're getting nightmares from this dude. Typical. See, you meet Nyarlathotep. He tells you stuff about, what does he talk about? Science, electricity, psychology, and you're like, yo, I fuck with this dude. This dude's cool. Next thing you know, you're getting nightmares all the time. What the fuck is that? Huh? Holly Insomniac, swarthy Billafruve. He's just an angel. Jesus kind of chill. I talked to Azazel on occasion through a Ouija board. I need to get a Ouija board. I'm wondering, should I get the Ouija... There's 2 Ouija boards I'm thinking of. One is very stupid expensive. And like one of those like handmade wood ones that are really cute. But then one would be the Hasbro sold a bunch of them like in the 70s to children, which I find was a really odd choice. They don't do that anymore, but yeah, like they there was a while where they sold like a lot of copies to kids, which I think is a little bit dangerous. So it's either that one, which is cheaper, and I like that because it's like 70s vibes and I like vintage stuff, but partially I kind of want like the cool wooden one because it looks prettier and it would last longer. So I guess it depends how much money I feel like investing in an Ouija board. Maybe you could do an arts and crafts room and make an Ouija board. That's true. I could make a really janky one. Used one in a graveyard post midnight. Don't recommend. Oh my god. Was it you and other people? That's terrifying. You only ever encountered those as a kid? Yeah, I've never used one. I don't know if I've even seen one. Like, I've seen them on the internet. I've seen other people use them. I don't know if I've even used them. Once upon a time, in a Twitch stream called Moat Simulator. How are you doing, jerkin shit? Thank you for coming in on the YouTube. For those of you who don't know, pinned comment above. I am on the YouTube. Trying to put more stuff on there. They sold them throughout the 80s to 90s. That's crazy. Kids' toys would have uranium. What? That's some Fallout shit. Kids are getting nucleared? What is happening? They sold them through me and a group of friends. It worked to your surprise, scared the crap out of me. That's terrifying. What are those bones doing in their shirt? They're getting frisky and looks risky. Yes, pajamming. I think that is what's happening. They are getting frisky and getting risky. It reminds me of a Killers song. Do you remember the Killers song, Bones? It's like, how's it go? Da-da-da-da down in me. Don't you want to feel my bones on your bones? It's only natural. I like singing them in a British accent, even though they're from Vegas, because the Killers are the most British band not from Britain in the planet. You can't tell me different. All right. So I remember when Nyarlathotep came to my city. The great, the old, the terrible city of unnumbered crimes. My friend told me about him, and of the impelling fascination and allure of his revelations, and I burned with eagerness to explore his mysteries. My friend said they were horrible and impressive beyond my most fevered imaginings, that what was thrown on a screen in a darkened room prophesies things that none but Nyarlathotep dared prophesy. And that in the sputter of his sparks, there was taken from men that which had never been taken before, yet shewed only in the eyes. I don't understand that sentence at all. And I heard it hinted abroad that those who knew Nyarlathotep looked on sights which others did not see. So this is like some mind-blowing shit. Like, if you hang out with Nyarlathotep, you see some crazy stuff. Sounds like it's like the ayahuasca of creatures. Let's see. Fun fact, Ouija boards are still considered kids' toys. I feel like that's crazy. Like, I personally, as you all know, I am a skeptic. I'm not fully convinced that this stuff is real. But even that being said, I don't think you should give it to kids. I think there's like I think there's a very low chance it's real. But just on the off chance, maybe don't give it to people who are like 7. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm pretty sure it's not, but like part of me is like enough to be like, maybe don't. For those of y'all who just come in, we're reading a H.P. Lovecraft story called Nyarlathotep. Why are we? Because it's part of his Mythos series, which is, I'm remembering this. Mythos series of tales, just describing ordinary New Englanders' encounters with horrible beings. And it's also one of the shortest ones, and I don't want to read. So that's why we're reading this one. That's why I chose it. Let's see. How could I forget? Exactly. How could I forget when I first met Nyarlathotep? That would be crazy. That would be crazy if I forgot that. What reminds me of Coheed and Cambria? This is cool. You've been watching the Cloverfield movies. You feel like you have a lot to say on the matter. I haven't seen any Cloverfields. Everyone gasp now and shame me for that. I think it's absolutely aliens. I should buy a cursed Ouija board. I feel like even a regular Ouija board is risky, right? Probably shouldn't get a cursed one. After using it, you believe it's 100% real. There's a lot of people who believe it here. All right, I'll have to check it out. Maybe there's an explanation, but you thought the same before using it. All right, well, this may happen. All right. It was in the hot autumn. I went through the night with the restless crowds to see Nyarlathotep. Through the stifling night and up the endless stairs into the choking room. What is a choke? That sounds like some kink shit. Where's the choking room? Why are we visiting him in the... I don't want to visit Nyarlathotep in the choking room. Excuse me? Shadowed on a screen, I saw hooded forms amongst ruins and yellow evil faces peering from behind fallen monuments. And I saw the world battling against blackness, against the waves of destruction from ultimate space, whirling and churning, struggling around the dimming and cooling sun. Then the sparks played amazingly around the head of the spectators, and hair stood on end, while shadows more grotesque than I can tell came out and squatted on their heads. Sorry, I don't mean to kink shame Nyarlathotep. It's fine. Nyarlathotep, do whatever you want. I don't want to yuck your yum. I hate that phrase. I'm yucking the phrase, don't yuck your yum. Not Nyarlathotep's sexual history, but I am shaming that phrase. I hate that phrase. I think it's gross. Llama Todd, how are you? Llama Todd! Everyone please check out Llama Todd. I met him through the OTK competition, and he's an incredible person, and recently had a birthday, and is amazing. When I, who was colder and more scientific than the rest, what does that mean? I'm more scientific? Does that mean I'm, like, smarter? Me, a genius, mumbled a trembling protest about imposture and static electricity. Nyarlathotep drove us all out, down the dizzy stairs into the damp, hot, deserted midnight streets. I screamed aloud that I was not afraid, that I could never be afraid, and others screamed with me for solace. We swore to each other that the city was exactly the same and still alive, and when the electric lights began to fade, we cursed the company over and over and laughed at the queer faces we made. So I guess I'm totally not impressed. This dude's fake. I don't even believe this shit, okay? I'm a skeptic. I'm like so smart. This guy's fine, apparently. I'm a really annoying person. In stream, but also in this story. All right. I believe that we felt something coming down from the greenish moon. For when we began to just depend on its light, we drifted into incurious, involuntary formations and seemed to know our destinations, though we dared not think of them. Interesting. So we're just like moving around. Once we looked at the pavement and found the blocks loose and displaced by grass, with scarce a line of rusted metal to show where the tramways had run. And we saw a tram car, alone, windowless, dilapidated, almost on its side. When we gazed at the horizon, we could not find the third tower by the river, and we noticed the silhouette of the second tower was ragged at the top. We split up into narrow columns, each which was drawn in a different direction. One disappeared in an alley to the left, leaving only the echo of a shocking moan. All of them just moaning in the alley. Interesting. Another filed down a weed-choked subway entrance. I love that. A weed-choked subway entrance. A weed-choked subway entrance is actually just any subway past 1 a.m. in Los Angeles. Howling with a laughter that was mad, my own column was sucked towards an open country, and presently felt a chill which was not of the hot autumn, for as we stalked out into the moor, we beheld around us the hellish moon glitter of evil snows. Trackless, inexplicable snows, swept asunder in one direction only, where lay a gulf all the blacker for its glittering walls. The column seemed very thin indeed as it plodded dreamily into the gulf. I lingered behind, for the black rift in the green-litten snow was frightful, and I thought I'd heard the reverberations of a disquieting wail as my companions vanished. Wait, why did I stop? That Thulu's cute, right? I did a good job. How was I allowed to it sounds like everyone's in a trance. Am I just like so fucking rational that I just didn't get tranced? Is that what's happening here? As I beckoned by those who had gone, I half floated between the titanic snowdrifts, quivering and afraid, into the sightless vortex of the unimaginable. Oh, this is a pretty short one. Screamingly sentious, dumbly delirious, only the gods that were can tell. A sickened, sensitive shadow, writhing in hands that are not hands, and whirled blindly past ghastly midnights of rotting creation, corpses of dead worlds with sores that were cities, charnel winds that brush the pallid stars and make them flicker low. Beyond the world's vague ghosts of monstrous things, half-seen columns of sanctified temples that rest on the nameless rocks beneath space and reach up dizzily above the spheres of light and darkness. And through this revolting graveyard of the universe, the muffled, maddening beatings of drums and thin, monotonous whine of blasphemous flutes from inconceivable, unlighted chambers beyond time. Time is capitalized here. The detestable pounding and piping whereunto dance slowly, awkwardly, and absurdly the gigantic ultimate gods, the blind, mindless gargoyles, whose soul is Nyarlathotep. So, did everybody just like end up turning into mindless gargoyles? Can someone explain this to me? Explain Nyarlathotep. Anyone understand? Okay. Oh, AI is doing it. Great. Nyarlathotep, thanks AI, is a fictional evil deity created by H.P. Lovecraft that first appeared in his 1920 prose poem of the same name. So he's a messenger and a soul of mindless, inhuman gods who rule over a dying universe in chaos and insanity. That's crazy. Oh, let's do the Wikipedia. I know we did Britannica to learn these really important 4 things, but I would like to. I'm just gonna read it from Wikipedia here. Nyarlathotep Barkley. That's true. That's its stage name. Absolutely. Jerkinshit said, "I love the South Park episode with Cartman and Thulu." I haven't seen that. That sounds great, though. I feel like I would like that quite a bit. It's a weird fiction story. What is weird fiction? I feel like we're learning a lot of different words today. It's a subgenre of speculative fiction originating in the late 19th and early 20th century. Yeah. It radically interprets traditional antagonists. Okay, that's fun. That's a fun thing. Let's see. So apparently it was based on one of Lovecraft's dreams. Damn, so the Necronomicon was based on Lovecraft's dreams, and this was based on Lovecraft's dreams. Lovecraft, like, what drugs are you taking? Is this just like your creative brain, or like, are you on some weird sleeping pills? It's just like all this shit happens to him in a dream. That's crazy. You know what else happened to someone in their dream was Twilight. The woman first dreamed Twilight, and that's how she came up with it, because it was these 2 people and they were in love, but one was trying to kill the other because they were a vampire. So that's kind of a fun fact. Both H.P. Lovecraft and the writer of Twilight have something in common. Let's see. So the story ends by describing, because the third act confuses me. They used a bunch of words I don't get. The story ends by describing a series of horrific, surreal vistas experienced by the narrator, in which chaos and insanity pervade an ancient, dying universe ruled by mindless, inhuman gods. whose messenger and soul is Nyarlathotep. Okay, so they go into a dark rift. You know what this feels like? This feels very Stranger Things to me. I feel like I looked at Stranger Things and like, because I wasn't into a lot. I didn't deep dive a lot into like sci-fi and horror. I feel like as much as I have been lately. So that means that like a lot of things from like Stranger Things, like really old 80s shit, like the first time I say really old 80s shit, this is from the 20s, but like really old horror shit, the first time I see it is in this like new ass show, right? And it's just like not until you go backwards. Like I saw Stranger Things before I saw Aliens, and it's just like Stranger Things is so inspired by Aliens. Like, oh my god, is it so inspired by Aliens? Like the 80s shit, and like the when they get the beings, like the aliens, how they have like that webbing, and how Barb got like covered in webbing, like that was like so inspired by that. I'm getting like super Stranger Things vibes from this. Like, you know when y'all know what I'm talking about, when the red hair girl is like running through the underworld, and then there's that like creepy demon dude, and then like the Kate Bush song is singing. It's like, and it's like super emotional and everybody's crying. It feels very like that to me. Like the idea, because listen, they're traveling through a dark rift where there's weird snow. Like that sounds like the Upside Down. Like definitely, I always have that weird snow rift. And then there's like these crazy kind of like hellish vistas. Like that, like it's hard for me to read this and not picture the Kate Bush scene. Is it Kate Bush? I always get Kate Bush and Kate. There's like two Kate Nash mixed up. It's Kate Bush. But yeah, that's like what I was imagining when I was reading this. You find it weird when people describe bad things as inhuman, when humans come up with some pretty terrible things. I mean, humans came up with most of this shit, man. Like a lot of this stuff is just right out of people's brains, right? This is us. We did this shit. The inhuman stuff was, we're responsible for this. All right. So I liked that a lot. That was a good story. Let's see if I can find that Reddit post. As a stove. Okay, we got another one here. Also, let me check my ChatGPT schedule and see where we're at. We're at 2 hours right now. Oh, we have an interactive element. This is going to be short, but they ChatGPT told me to set. I only listen to ChatGPT now. ChatGPT is my producer. ChatGPT wants me to encourage a Q&A. So viewers, please feel free to ask questions about the lore or your interpretation. So everyone, what was your interpretation of that story we just read? I hope you were all paying attention, because, and let's repeat it, it will be on the test. It will be on the test, everyone. Unbelievable. I'm telling you to take notes. No one's taking notes. Ay. Why do I even, why do I try? All right. So let's see. We are gonna move on to the next story. Everyone just panics. I feel like this is definitely the sort of stream you put on as you're like going to sleep. Like this gives me very like, oh, I gotta go to sleep energy. Let's just listen to this bitch read random stories from like 100 years ago. I'll fucking fall asleep. How are you doing, Crimson? Teacher Simulator? I would be a terrible teacher because I just like don't have the patience. Slew knows this. I tried to teach Slew how to stream and he was like so annoyed all the time. Because I'd just be like, it's easy, you just press this button, and then I'd like leave and do my hair, and he's like, I need more information than just press this button. And I'm just like, I feel like I care about people enough to have like the decency to know to not be a teacher. I think I have the I have the self-awareness to know if I truly want people to thrive in their learning, you should not be learning things from me. I think that's fair. All right, let's see. I think we've asked some really great questions. Y'all, I'm finding out that everybody is in bed. A lot of people listen to creepy pastas to sleep. Sometimes I'll listen to SCPs, like, what's it called? I'll listen to the Volgan, but sometimes they're too scary and it goes like the wrong way. So I'll be like, oh, I'll just put this on. There was like one that I had to turn off because I was just like, this is doing the opposite. And obviously it's crazy to listen to scary stories before bed. I mean, as someone who's like incredibly sleep disordered, it's not like, I feel like if I had insomnia, that would be another level of stupid, but luckily I am, it's very easy to fall asleep, but somehow I guess I just want to put it on hard mode, you know? It's like, how can I make myself not sleep, I suppose? There we go. Blue Sardaco. Shout out Blue Sardaco. AKA Blue Squadron, but Blue Sardaco I think is the coolest name. Has that energized teacher vibe, very different. Yeah, because Blue used to be a teacher before this, right? So Blue, I feel like Blue is one of the people who should teach. Blue should be doing streams like this. Where is Blue? Blue. We're also doing, we were talking about that we were going to do a, what's it called? Collab again. I don't know how often, though. I don't know how often people do collabs. I'll just wait until I realize, oh, it's been a while, and then I'll ask again. But we've just talked about it. Hi, Dwarf Cow, Fulu 2024. That's true. Not the worst candidate. Are these gods empty while they were sleeping So are these gods absent because they were sleeping while Nyarlathotep walks the earth? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. We need more things. Do I win OTK yet? OTK is not till late October, early November, Zach. I think it's Office Drummer! Office Drummer! I was so excited when I saw you followed me in chapter 1. I was just like, what? I remember I need to do whatever your branding is so smart, because I remember when I was in, I feel like it was San Diego and not Vegas. I think it was San Diego. I saw you and I was like, oh, that's that Office Drummer person. Like I remembered because you were like in a suit and holding drumsticks. And that's so silly because you're clearly nowhere near a drum set, but it's just like, that's so smart. I need to like do that. I'm just going to dress like a demon. You're watching with the Sushi Dragon. Oh my goodness, Sushi Dragon. What? I also a big fan of the Sushi Dragon. Sushi Dragon, I feel like you exist. You birthed BB Jess, and I thank you for that. I feel like that is why she has been blessed us with her success. Is a lot to do with you, I think. At least that's what she says. I don't know. Maybe she's just being humble, but I think so. I know, but did you win? I don't know, Zach. Let me just hop in a time machine and go into the future. And also, I was really excited. So I've been watching through some of the OTK stuff. I'm like episode 2 or so. And I'm so sorry that you got eliminated, but it sounds like you made it pretty far. I feel like there were some, I haven't watched too much of chapter 2, but there are some competitions that I was like very relieved that I don't have to do. Like the real gaming one. Like I think it's crazy that OTK was like a competition, like a gaming org and had no gaming stuff. But then low key I was like, thank God we didn't have any gaming shit. OMG, congrats on OTK. I still remember you commenting on my TikTok. Wow. That must have been a really good comment. I think it was something just like, this is cool. How are you doing, Sushi Dragon? So do you have a different, is that Twitch ambassador? What is that? What? You're an ambassador? Just say yes. Yes. In the future, I will fast forward into the future and I will win the OTK competition. Unbelievable. By the way, we've got some great people in chat here. We got, wow, what we got Office Drummer, Zach Digital, and Sushi Dragon. What is this? A crossover episode? Unbelievable. Yeah. But yes, right now we are learning about H.P. Lovecraft. We are learning basic information I got from Encyclopedia Britannica. This was obviously incredibly well researched, as you can tell. And we're learning about the Thulu mythos, which is apparently a bunch of spooky shit that happened mainly in New England. All stars in here. All stars. That's a hole. Jesus fucking Christ, Lovecraft, like a rabbit hole? Or like, what do you mean? You gotta meet Spectral Sybil. Spectral Sybil, okay. I'm gonna follow them right now. Spectral Sybil. Oh, learning about Nyarlathotep, exactly. Yeah, rabbit hole.
Hi,
Who?
I'm Sybil.
Rabbit hoe?
Welcome to my
All right, oh my god, I love the trailer already. Excellent recommendation. I love this person. I will definitely follow this person. Very exciting. I'm very excited about that. Thank you for that, Rec. To be honest, you only remember the choking room. Yeah, what the fuck, man? So we just read this story, and everybody meets Nyarlathotep in the choking room, which is like, that's some kink shit. And y'all, like, I'm gonna show you this. What's it called? I'm gonna show you the pictures. Okay. This is what this looks like, right? So say, you know, you're having a nice time, you know, you're at the sex party, you know, you're gonna have, you think it's like, oh, this is gonna be a nice consensual time among like-minded people, right? We're just gonna have a nice relaxing time. And then you go into the choking room and you're like, don't know how much I want to be in the choking room. And then you go and then you're stuck in the choking room with this thing. I'm just like, I don't know, man. That's not what I signed up for. This is a little too much for me. What is going on? This is awful. I don't know which one I prefer, the cute Thulu drawing, right? I think that's a lot better. Reanimator from Beyond Shit's Wild. What? Zach, what? I think I'm good. Yeah. Did you find the one of him on the pyramid? I don't know. Which one's creepier? Like, which one's creepier? Is it like the weird, the one with all the tentacles, or just like the weird kind of dark being who just looks like the night? Does he choke you with his head tentacle? Yeah, whose idea, who drew this as a head tentacle? They're Lovecraft stories and movies. Okay, interesting. It's his okay, masks? Okay. Masks of Nyarlathotep RPG. This thing. Yeah, this is, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Let's make this bigger. No, I don't want, no, reject, I don't want these. Okay. Yeah, so you're going in the choking room with this person. What do? This person, you're in the 7 minutes of heaven. You're in 7 minutes of heaven, with this guy in the choking room. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? I would just like to note, that I had so much anxiety as a child that one day I would be forced into the 7 minutes of heaven based on like all these teen movies. I think I saw like it first in like 13 going on 30 or something. Like there's so many movies that talk about 7 minutes in heaven. And I was so afraid. It gave me so much anxiety to imagine being stuck in a room with someone. And I never had to worry about that. I don't know. I was deeply unpopular. So it's not like I was invited to any parties that would have this, but has anyone ever experienced this? Has anyone ever been to a party or is this just this like weird teen movie trope? Like, is it like Quicksand where it's like you believe that you're going to be really have to deal with this in the future, and then you absolutely do not. It is not that big a deal in the slightest. Does he pay the same as everyone else? Like into the party? I think that he's VIP. I don't think he pays. I don't think Thulu pays. Not Thulu, sorry. No. It never happened. Yeah, please let me know if anyone has done. Would it be hot foreplay to say, choke me like... It would be something. Someone was really into that. I remember the all gas no brakes guy when he was doing, I think it was all gas no brakes. He went to like an alien convention, and there's like a huge people whose kink it is to get like impregnated by like an alien, and they had these weird alien dildos, and like you pretended you like laid an egg or something. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? People need to be put down. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna read another story. The next story we're gonna read is, let's see. The next one is Azathoth. Next one's Azathoth. All right, everyone, I'm gonna write this down. Oh, this is, I hate it already. I hate it already. Here's some really lovely fan drawings, I guess. Do you call it fan art if it's for this like art, like this writer who died like a bazillion years ago? What am I watching? All gas. No, this was a very popular miniseries. It was that guy. He got Me Too'd a bit. I think he got in trouble for doing something creepy. But like he was like he's still doing stuff. He just like goes around and interviews very odd people. Yeah. Anyway, this is still fan art. This is a lot of people watch this stuff. This is not me. Is he racist? I didn't know he was racist. Damn it, bro. Yeah? Oh, Lovecraft. Oh yeah, Lovecraft is racist. That's true. I think All Gas No Brakes got in trouble for something else. Not racism. Not racism. All right. But maybe. Who knows? All right. This is, I don't like this already. This is, apparently its child is Nyarlathotep. So this is the parent. Does the child come out of the terrifying vagina with 87 teeth? Yeah, was that what happened? Not great. Not great, All Gas No Brakes guy. Don't recommend. Don't recommend, obviously. Looks like the new fleshlight for Godzilla. What was the Hi Bubbles, it's nice to see you. What was the thing? No, it wasn't Godzilla. There was like a sand. Was it for Dune? There was like a sand popcorn tin that definitely looked like a fleshlight. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It's so funny as shit. And it was like, y'all get your mind out of the gutter. It can't be that bad. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that was on purpose? I don't know if it was on purpose because they stopped selling it. Like, I feel like if it was, like, it was a really smart, I thought it was really smart advertising. But the fact that I feel like it wasn't on purpose is they pulled it after. I think like Deadpool, there were some people who did it on purpose, but I feel like it wasn't on purpose because they pulled it. Why would they pull it if it was on purpose? Dune popcorn bucket. Hello, Berthello. I know that, yeah, I think it's Deadpool or someone, they're doing it now to make fun of it. But yeah, do y'all know what I'm talking about? I had to like make sure that like I wasn't gonna get in trouble for TOS based on it, but it's so funny. Like I was like, no, y'all are being gross, and then I saw this, and it was like, okay, well, I like it has a New York Times article. That is great. The hilariously suggestive misfires, a reminder of the days when too weird to be true film mementos could be found in every kitchen cupboard. Beautiful. That's wonderful. There've been a couple others. Drum up hype. But they literally pulled it from the shelves. I don't know, that's some like 5D chess shit if they pull it from the shelves. They are not still available. They pulled them, which makes me feel like anyone who has a Dune popcorn fleshlight is drum up eBay hype. What is this, a secret? What is this, Zach? Is this just like some secret conspiracy collab between the makers of Dune and eBay to simultaneously drum up hype for their movie and also stop eBay from getting completely fucked in the ass by Amazon? Shut up, Zach. Zach, when are we hanging out again? I miss you. I feel like we've hung out pretty recently, but we should hang out again soon. All right. I keep getting distracted. What the fuck were we about to read? Oh yeah, Azathoth. Oh yeah. So, okay, so then things about, okay, let's find about, we gotta figure out the racism thing. You know, we gotta figure out what this guy did that was racist. Because we're doing a history lesson. You can't, what's it called? Gloss over the bad things, right? Let's see. Not a lot of great sources though. Like, a lot of them are like Lovecraft Film Festival. Oh, racist. There we go. Don't cancel HP Love. All right. Let's see. Very good, very influential in the genre. Racism can't be ignored. Yes, all right. He was an explicit white supremacist, not ideal. It's been a few weeks. We can do next weekend, like this weekend or the weekend after. Azathoth is pretty chill compared to Cthulhu. He's just doing his thing. Interesting. Apparently, let's see. You have a lot, yeah, Lovecraft, definitely racist, okay. A particularly extravagant racist. Interesting. This gave me no information about his racism, just it sucks that he was racist. Which is important to know, but there was no CBC? CBC did a bad job. CBC is like the BBC of Canada. Gotta go watch more Daft Punk. Oh yeah, you're under the bay to see that. I'm sorry I can't go. I believe I'm at a wedding the exact weekend, right? Let's see. So let's see here. Narthotep. Okay, so H.P. Lovecraft, 1890 to 1937. Cthulhu Mythos. Got the good Cthulhu. Nyarlathotep is a short story we're doing. Also, racist. Unfortunately. All right, so everyone write this in your notes. This will all be on the test. Okay, let's see. Even by the standards of his era, he was racist. That's crazy. Imagine being known for being like racist for like the 20s. It's like, wow, you're like extra racist. He wrote a poem that was very upsetting. Excellent, that's pretty bad. Not very good to Asian people. Excellent, excellent. Not a big fan of race mixing. That's not good. Like many other contemporary debates about problematic figures, it began with a statue. Okay. But yeah, within the science and fiction and horror community, debate continues on how to acknowledge Lovecraft's contributions without reinforcing his racist worldview. I think the thing about canceling people and people being canceled is I am a lot more likely to support offensive and problematic people if they're like dead. I don't know. That's sort of my view is like, if they're dead, it's like, I don't know. I'm not putting any money in like their pocket. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, it's like there's a thing about separating the art from the artist. Obviously this is like everybody argues about this. No one has a good answer, but I feel like, is my money going directly into this person's pocket? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm so excited to watch all of Woody Allen's movies when he dies in 10 years. Same thing with like Polanski. But like in the time now, yeah, like Michael Jackson, exactly. Like, but like, you know, I can watch other stuff for now. I guess it will go to their estate, but it's just like, I guess, should I look up, are the Lovecraft's descendants really horrible? I wouldn't be surprised, actually. But I feel like that's sort of my view. I don't know if that's a great view, but if you're dead, I'm a lot more likely to support you if you're problematic than if you're alive. If you're alive, I kind of have to take a step back. Everybody was racist, but apparently, according to this article, he was racist for the time period, which is wild. Like, he was, like, extra racist. Apparently, people were like, yo, bro, back in the 20s, they were like, bro, you're being, like, pretty racist right now. And then Lovecraft is like, we don't really even have, like, a conceptualization of, like, you know, what racism really is in America yet. And they're like, yeah, but based on what we know, you still are bad, bro. And Lovecraft's like, you know, and then he died. So that's good. HP, like, what is racism, bro? Exactly. Like Rowling. Yeah, Rowling sucks because, like, I'm reading Harry Potter right now, but I eBayed her books. Rowling hurts a lot. I heard a rumor that Warner was trying to buy the IP from her, some of the rights, so that, like, she stops getting money from it. I think that would be nice. I don't know. I mean, you just watch it regardless of this, do some bad shit to a person I actually know. But, like, do you know, like, anyone who's not white? Because then, like, that's someone you know, right? I don't know. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you had to personally punch your friend in the head, but, like, you know, if you know someone who is affected, I suppose. You wonder if Lovecraft was a screaming racist or he was waiting for everyone to leave before he whispered it. Apparently he wrote poems about it. Apparently he wrote pretty, it seems like he's a pretty big, like, hard R racist by the looks of it. Yeah. Pretty racist is what it looks like. Debate continues how to acknowledge Lovecraft's contributions without reinforcing his world view. Let's see. It's frightening to look in the mind of a true bigot and realize how alien their thinking is. Jemison says she doesn't think Lovecraft should be canceled and argue that readers should acknowledge the harm of his writing, then engage in it when they are strong enough. You have to recognize that these are people and the things that make them sometimes horrible people make them good artists. That's real. I fuck with that. You have to recognize that these are people, and the things that make them horrible people are the things that make them good artists. Some of the worst people have created great art because they're so fucked up. I believe that. That's real. That resonates with me. The issue is, like, are you putting money in their pocket, like, right now? And I think that's, and again, I suffer, like, I think about it a lot because, you know, it's hard to avoid everyone because there's a lot of shitty people out there. But yeah, like, if someone, I try, and I definitely fail at this a lot, but if someone's directly getting money in their pocket for something you're supporting, try not to. But again, that's really hard. I understand, but yeah, I feel like more okay supporting this dead guy, or like at least reading this guy's work, than like streaming stuff from certain artists, you know? Partner, shit, hybriding, we are working on it. So I submitted my application. I technically hit the numbers for partner. The problem is, it's like they get rid of the raids. So I don't know, I'm like really hope I made the numbers, but the raids might make them lower, so I might not have made it, but it's like so close. Infamous, you were here! You were here! Yes, I really hope that, I make partner, but I won't find out probably until like the week, because if they try and, if they try, I think Twitch tries and notifies people during the week just because, like, they're not working on the weekends. So I have not gotten the rejection yet. So I've replied 3 times. The first time I got on the front page, and so I got the average, but I had no, like, I only had one stream that made the average and none of the others. So they were like, no, like, we're not giving this to you. That was like fair. But then after I won the competition, I applied again and I was pretty close, but I didn't make the, so this is real. And people don't know this. It's not just a 75 average. You have to make 8 streams over 2 months that are over 75 and raids don't count. So I feel like I'm almost there. The issue is that, like, I don't know how they erase, like, the raids, like what, like, if there's like some back end number they see. I don't know how that works. So I think I've made it, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm crossing my fingers, chat. Our fingers are crossed. Yeah. Soon. Drug addicts making music, then they sober up and the music sucks. He's like low key. Like, I love psychedelic rock. I honestly feel like everyone did their best music while like high. Like, apparently that's not the case. I remember I read somewhere that doing drugs doesn't make you more creative. It's just that creative people are more likely to do drugs. I'm not sure I believe that, but like, I feel like everybody knows the Beatles' best albums were like when they were doing psychedelics. One of my favorite Rolling Stones album is When They're High as Shit. That's the one, like, she's like a rainbow, right? She's a rainbow. Where's that? What fucking album is that? Oh yeah, there's Satanic Majesty's Request. You bet these people were dropping acid. Oh, and one of my favorite fucking albums of all time is the Beach Boys when they were at peak fucked up. Like, they started with like holding a surfboard and in these cute little matching suits, and then they just went off the rails, and they did, what albums did they did? So there's Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, Surfer Girl, Little Deuce Coupe, blah, blah, blah. And then around 1970 to 1971, they did Sunflower and Surf's Up, and they were sick. And Sunflower got, what the fuck, Sunflower? Fans consider Sunflower to be among the Beach Boys' finest post-Pet Sounds albums, and it's some of the greatest of all time, but apparently it sold terrible. It was like their lowest popularity. But yeah, and then Surf's Up was like so good. Damn. And you bet your ass they were high as shit throughout all of it. But yeah, those 2 albums are 2 of my favorite albums of all time. Surf's Up, Sunflower. If y'all haven't watched, y'all haven't listened to that, get on that shit. Get on that shit. Wasn't Amy Winehouse drugged up? She got pretty famous, too. True. I feel like I can buy that. It's not drugs that make you creative, it's just creative people are more likely to do drugs. 70s Beach Boys is the shit. So good. So good. You gotta go, you'll stay lurking. Good night, everyone. Sounds good. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the lurk. Drugs are a weird thing, though. There's a limit where you can make great shit. There's a crash from doing them too much. You know who's an example of that? Elon Musk and Grimes. Elon Musk and Grimes. I do think, I know people like now look back on Elon as like, oh, Elon sucks, blah, blah, blah. But Elon's a smart dude, right? Elon's a smart guy. And Grimes is, as you know, one of my favorite artists, or was. Now she's dipped her little paws into the white supremacy bubble as well, unfortunately. Grimes. Grimes. But like, I feel like they were pretty like normal, smart people, and then they started doing drugs, and then they started like doing kind of cool shit, and they're like awesome. But then they started doing like more drugs, and then it started going downhill. So I feel like there's something. Yo, love Halifaxian Visions. Oh my goodness, look at this. Narcy. Is it like narcissist, Chris? It's funny. This is how much I love her. Yeah. I have Visions on vinyl. How disappointed am I? Very disappointed. Yeah. Grimes, get your shit together. I still have faith she's gonna pull through. I don't know. Fucking Grimes. Anyway. All right, we read in the next story. Everybody. Okay. So is everyone doing their notes here? Let's see. Azathoth story. Okay. Oh my god, Azathoth is super short. Azathoth is way shorter than the other one. Okay. Here we go. So, for everybody who's following along, H.P. Lovecraft, very famous writer from 1890 to 1937, created the Cthulhu mythos. There's an example of Cthulhu, very famous, incredibly influential in the horror and science fiction genres. Created a creature called the Nyarlathotep. Unfortunately, racist even for the time. Which is a very racist. Like, that's like, come on, man. Like, at least be regular racist for the 20s. Don't be more racist than the 20s. And then the next one is Azathoth, which is what we are learning about now. Okay, perfect. The Cthulhu mythos, exactly. Your friend and you just put an EPI of Lo-Fi Grimes covers, huge fans over there. Nice, that sounds awesome. Grimes gets confused trying to DJ Big Sad. Are you saying like she gets confused because she does too many drugs now, or because she's always been kind of all over the place? Like, I feel like even when she was at her best, she gets like super scatterbrained. So I feel like that might not be the drugs, but if she's like can't DJ now, because like she was able to like go on stage and do stuff. If she can't do it anymore, I feel like that may be drug induced. It's just so wild to me. It's like you end up dating Elon Musk. You have now pretty much unlimited money. You've unlocked the cheat code of money now, and you just decide to dabble a little too much into white supremacism, and fuck up your brain with like, it's just like rich people are wasted on the rich, man. That's crazy. Flo, thank you for the follow. She blamed tech people at Coachella for her fuck up. Now I really want to see that. Ugh. Or I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the crash and burning thing that is Grimes. All right, we're reading this book. Fuck. We're reading this book. Here we go. When age fell upon the world and wonder went out of the minds of men, when gray cities reared to smoky skies, tall towers grim and ugly, in those shadow, none might dream of the sun or of spring's flowering meads. When learning stripped earth of her mantle of beauty, and poets sang no more, save twisted phantoms, seen with bleary, inward-looking eyes. When these things had come to pass, and childish hopes had gone away forever, there was a man who traveled out of life on a quest into the spaces where the world's dreams had fled. Thank you, Randolph Eagley Loves Billy. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. We are reading Azathoth by H.P. Lovecraft right now. Of the name and abode of this man, little is written, for they were of the waking world only. It is enough to know that he dwelt in a city of high walls where sterile twilight reigned, and that he toiled all day among shadow and turmoil, coming at home at evening to a room whose one window opened not on the fields and groves, but on a dim court where other windows stared in dull despair. From that casement one might see only walls and windows, except sometimes when one leaned far out and peered aloft at the small stars that passed. And because walls and windows must soon drive to men madness, who dreams and reads much, the dweller in that room, used night after night, would peer out to glimpse some fragment of things beyond the waking world and the grayness of tall cities. I feel like this is a really fancy way of being like, once in a while the gamer like leans out and touches grass. You should play Chained Together, Chained Together. Okay, I've had multiple recommendations for Chained Together. I'm putting this down. Because I have handcuffs that I bought specifically for the OTK thing that I never use. And they're real handcuffs. Like at first I looked up like kink handcuffs because I was like, oh, I want it to be like, you can easily break out of them. I just got like industrial police grade handcuffs. I have actual, like if I lose the key, I'm pretty sure I've just locked someone. So we should do chain together. That's very funny. I'm gonna write that down. Chain together, chain together. Where is this? I just wrote it down. That's good. I like that. That's some good shit right there. How are you doing, Steve? Handcuffs for whom? It was when I was impersonating Extra Emily, and in like one of her, in one of the shareholders meetings, she was just like randomly in handcuffs. So then I was in handcuffs, but no one really got it, and it was just sort of a waste of $25. And now I have handcuffs, and I'm. So that's the story. Wishbone. Okay. Let's see. After years, he began to call out the slow-sailing stars by name, and to follow them in a fancy when they glided regretfully out of sight, till at length his vision opened to many secret vistas whose existence no common eye suspects. And one night a mighty gulf was bridged, and the dream-haunted skies swelled down to the lonely watcher's window to merge with the close air of his room and make him a part of fabulous wonder. There came to that room wild streams of violet midnight, glittering with dust of gold. Vortexes of dust and fire, swirling out of ultimate spaces and heavy with perfumes from beyond the world. Opiate oceans poured there, lit by suns that the eye may never behold, and having in their whirlpools strange dolphins and sea nymphs of unrememberable deeps. Noiseless infinity surrounded the dreamer and wafted him away without even touching the body that leaned stiffly from the lonely window. And for days not counted in men's calendars, the tides of far spheres bear him gently to join the dreams for which he longed, the dreams men have lost. And in the course of many cycles, they tenderly lift him sleeping on a green sunrise shore, a green shore fragrant with lotus blossoms and starred by red camelotes. There's no Azathoth in this. What the fuck is this? What? Did they mention this thing at all? Where's the creepy mouth with a bunch of teeth? And what is a camelote? 'Tis a silly place. Let's find out what a camelote is. Oh, it's like a lily pad. Just say lily pad. Don't be a douche. All right. Well, we read. I guess maybe I don't know. This feels like the introduction of this. Where's the rest? I feel like I need more information. That didn't do anything. Well, okay. Well, now we're just switching to Wikipedia because I feel like Lovecraft didn't do the best job here. Listen. Lovecraft. Couple notes. Didn't name the fucking creature in the creature named by it. Very annoying. Discounted handcuffs, yeah. Now you can do citizens arrests. Perfect. I'm sure that won't get me deported back to Canada if I just start arresting people on the street of LA. I am doing well, Steve. How are you doing? We are just hanging out. We're reading some Lovecraftian things. We're chilling. I unfortunately may have to stop soon just because I am sleepy, but we're having a nice time. But I will probably have to go to sleep because I should not fuck up my sleep schedule. Need me some Chalusi. There we go. Need me some Chalusi for real. You don't. The internet has ruined us. You don't want that. You may think you want that. You may think that the internet may have made you believe that you want that, but you don't. I can't really explain specifically why, but you don't really want that. That's not what's best for you. Imagine if there was a cute anime waifu. I mean, I made a pretty cute one here. It was kind of cute. You should check out the band from the 60s, also called H.P. Lovecraft Great Music. They utilize Lovecraft's ideas in some of their tunes. That is a good idea, and I'm gonna write that down because, as y'all know, the main goal in my life is to start a horror band, of which I will make Glenn Danzig talk to me, because I'm pretty sure he lives in LA, and just like, what does he do? He's not doing it. It's not like he's busy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, it can't be that hard if I'm one of the only horror punk bands on Earth and also in LA to hang out with him. Like, I'm just like, Glenn, what are you doing? I honestly feel like it could be easy. I just need to start the band. I will go to sleep soon. They can't deport you. You're as American as Bubble Yum. Exactly. That's what I'll tell them. If they try and deport me for arresting people against their will, I'll be like, listen, EC vouches for me. Keep me here. I got a vouch, okay? You're a grown adult, so I'm sure you'll want that. I mean, yeah, if you're an adult and you consent, yeah, there's nothing I can say, you know. That's what you want, that's what you want. You want to join, let me know. I will. I know like 4 chords right now. I am getting better. All right. I feel like chat might just be being nice, but I do think I am getting better. This is hilarious. I'm looking at my stats right now because now I know to do this for the partner push thing, which is just makes you in a state of constant stress. May I recommend not doing what I do? It says I've lost 5 followers, and it says that I have negative 1.9 followers per hour this stream. So if y'all haven't followed, could you please follow so that my followers per hour is not negative 1.9? Yes, thank you, EC. Because I'm like, that's not great, right? I don't love reading that. It's like, they're just like, what is this weird Lovecraft shit? I'm leaving. This sucks. I'm like, all right, fine. Random people who I don't know, who aren't even here anymore. Negative 0.9, yes! I think that's math. You're officially successful, nice. I love horror punk, but I also love horror and sci-fi garage and surf rock. Yes, those are good genres too. Surf rock, garage, yes, all of those are good. I feel like there's a lot of garage elements. It's funny because garage is different than garage. Because garage, oi mate, you do some garage, completely different things. Can you follow and then unfollow? I don't know what that would do for the stats, but you can try it. I mean, I don't have any. I'm like pretty neutral about that. UK garage. Don't worry, you got 2,500 aura. Yes, I'm good to go then. I'm fine. Or is it aura? I don't know how to say things. That'll earn you a -0. Oh god, there is no such thing as a -0. I think the stream explodes. Oh no. Logius, if you follow and unfollow, you might cause a black hole in my stream. That sounds pretty terrifying. Okay. So, let's just read the Wikipedia. Will it trigger a paradox? I think it will open up like a thing. It will open up a schism. You're gonna find yourself a sexy skinwalker girlfriend. Are you okay? What happened to you? What happened to you that this is your type of person? Or I can't even say person. Alright. So Azathoth is a deity in the Cthulhu mythos and dream cycle stories. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Oh, it's about the dreamlands, a vast alternate dimension that can only be entered via dreams. This sounds like super like the Upside Down. Is that just me? I know that you enter during your dreams, so it's not quite. But like the way they describe it feels very upside downy. Skinwalker is basically bestiality. I hope this is like a fantasy and you're not actually having sex with skinwalkers. I don't know if they can consent. All right, let's just continue. All right. So Azathoth is the supreme deity of the Cthulhu mythos and the ruler of the outer gods. That was not clear based on whatever the fuck I read. It might also be seen as a symbol for primordial chaos. That's so interesting because my ex also referred to me as a symbol for primordial chaos, so I guess we have that in common. So it's therefore the most powerful entity in the entirety of the Cthulhu mythos. Azathoth is referred to as Daemon, Sultan, and Lord of all things, whose throne is at the center of ultimate chaos. Again, so the first recorded mention was in a note he wrote to himself that said, simply, Azathoth. Hideous name. That makes me so happy. That sounds like some notes I put in like Asana or my like notepad app. It's just like the first recorded thing was in a note he wrote to himself. Note to self, Azathoth. Hideous name. Gotta do something with this. That was like me the entire O2K competition. It was like, wow, that's super upsetting. Definitely writing that down and doing that. You never been to the Upside Down, but you passed through the Inside Out? I mean, which one is worse, would you say? You and the baddie you pulled by hiking alone in the Appalachian Mountains. Oh my god. I know someone who did the Appalachian Trail. She almost died. Someone almost murdered her. It was crazy. You maybe don't want to do it by yourself. Low-key, I want to do it by myself, though. Because I'm insane. Let's see. Should I say wait. Garage rock was also called proto-punk, was the grandfather of punk rock. That sounds right. I don't know for sure, but that checks out. And I believe you, because Steve is our resident, very knowledgeable about music person. There's a music channel in the Discord for me and Chumblago. It's Chumblago's birthday today, by the way. Well, it was 25 minutes ago, but it still counts. Please wish Chumblago a happy belated birthday. Very important. Very important. Stranger Things pull a lot of Lovecraftian horror. Yeah, it's so cool. Like, heavily influenced. It's so cool to see just, like... Because I feel like I've done this backwards, right? Like, I saw Stranger Things because it was just, like, on Netflix and everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay. And then I just, like, didn't really look into a lot of this stuff until recently. And now it's like, oh. Like, I should have known more about this. So the Mythos editor Robert Price argues Lovecraft could have combined the biblical names, which is Anathoth, Jeremiah's hometown, and Azazel, mentioned in Dunwich Horror. Okay. Let's see. Aside from the title of The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath, was the first fiction to mention Azathoth. Also mentioned in Fungi from Yogoth. All right. Interesting. Okay, we've learned enough about this. This is enough information. I want to go back to that Reddit thread, which was very helpful. There's a Reddit shortest Lovecraftian mythos story. What, we on YouTube now? We are on YouTube. For those who are on Twitch, please press the pinned comment above to follow my YouTube. I will be posting on YouTube more. I've taken a break because they took away my monetization because I couldn't prove I lived in America. I needed a California ID, so I stood in the DMV for a long time, and then they said they were going to send it to me, and they never did. And so now I'm not monetized on YouTube anymore. Excellent. Love that for me. Yeah, you need a Cali ID. Edson, we can go together. How are you, Edson, by the way? Thank you so much for being here. I'm free on Friday afternoons. Do you want to go to the DMV with me? A fun, like, me and Edson haven't hung out in forever. That'll be our like catch up time at the DMV. I think that's dope. Shout out to Bloodborne. As long as we all get there one way or another, that's all that matters. One way, which way? Oh, to this stuff. Yeah. A skinwalker girlfriend could shapeshift into whatever wants. She could be Megan Fox or a really cute girl who works at the subway near my Muni, or my mom. I feel like you were so close to like a comment that like wasn't upsetting to me. Like you like almost like you right until the end I was like, okay, this seems like actually a normal, decently normal comment for you. And then it really took a disturbing turn at the end. You just came back from Portugal? That's sick. That was on purpose. Yes. They did the same to me. Bullshit, right? Let's go together. It'll be an adventure. Do you want to do it like this Friday? I'm serious. Because I'm just like, I'm so annoyed. Like, that's why it's like, obviously that's not the only reason I haven't been posting on YouTube. I haven't been posting on YouTube because I'm a fucking mess. But like, also it's just like so annoying that I had monetization. Like, I had the numbers. I had like the, whatever, the things you need to be allowed to do stuff on there. And then of course, by a technicality, my Canadianness is in the way again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So annoyed. Okay. We're going to read one more story before bed, all right? But then it's bedtime. Let's see. Let's do The Terrible Old Man. It's slightly shorter and set in the fictional town of Kingsport, which is mentioned in several tales. It's not necessarily part of the mythos universe, but there's overlap in enough in the universe that we're just gonna read it because I don't know enough about the lore to really give a shit to really give a shit on how related it is. So this is the one we're gonna read before bed. All right, The Terrible Old Man. Shit, I'm running out of space. Shout out to Canadians, gotta be my favorite gender. Shout out. Yo, bronze penis is hilarious. Why do you call it bronze penis? You have the right to remain silent. Your Canadians can be used against you. Absolutely. Let you study for the driver's exam you need for the license. Oh, you're doing a license. Okay. Well, let me know when you pass, because I'm just getting the California ID. I'm not getting the driving thing. I'm just getting I want to make it into a bar and be monetizable on YouTube. I don't give a fuck if a car moves because of me. If anything, I'd rather a car not move because of me. That's not a good idea. The Terrible Old Man. All right, let's just put that maybe here. There's a big space here. The Terrible Old Man. All right. Ah, fuck. I hate this. This is such a pet peeve of mine. I ran out of space. God damn it. This is why I write in pencil first. All right. So these are the three H.P. Lovecraft stories we read. Azathoth, I think we just read a random excerpt. There was no Azathoth in it. Nyarlathotep and The Terrible Old Man. These will be all on the exam, okay? I'm watching you guys, all right? Here we go. It was the design of Angelo Ricci and Joe Sainek and Manuel Silva to call on the terrible old man. This old man dwells all alone in a very ancient house on Water Street near the sea, and is reputed to be both exceedingly rich and exceedingly feeble. There's a lot of old men like that. Which forms a situation very attractive to the men of the profession of messers. Ricci, Sainek, and Silva, for that profession, was nothing less dignified than robbery. Okay, so I guess they're going to try and rob the terrible old man. The fact that the terrible old man is in a Lovecraft story, though, makes me feel like perhaps you should not try and rob this person. Perhaps you're going to get in trouble. Sounds like your neighbor. Incredible. The inhabitants of Kingsport say and think many things about the terrible old man, which generally keep him safe from the attention of gentlemen like Mr. Ricci and his colleagues, despite the almost certain fact he hides a fortune of indefinite magnitude somewhere about his musty and venerable abode. He is, in truth, a very strange person, believed to be a captain of East India clipper ships in his day. So old no one can remember when he was young, and so taciturn, few know his real name. Among the gnarled trees in the front yard of his aged and neglected place, he maintains a strange collection of large stones, oddly grouped and painted so they resemble the idols in some obscure Eastern temple. The collection frightens away most of the boys who love to taunt the terrible old man about his long white hair and his beard, or break the small-paned windows of his dwelling with wicked missiles. But there are other things which frighten the older and more curious folk, who sometimes steal up to the house to peer in through the dusty panes. These folks say that on the table in a bare room on the ground floor there are many peculiar bottles. In each, a small piece of lead, suspended pendulum-wise from a string. And they say the terrible old man talks to these bottles. That's weird. Addressing them by names like Jack, Scarface, Long Tom, Spanish Joe, Peters, and Mate Ellis. This sounds like a bunch of like old-timey gangsters. Aw, yeah, see? We're here for the Jack Scarface, Long Tom, Spanish Joe Peters, and Mate Gillis. Ms. Kiff, thank you for the 50 gifted. What? What are you talking about? Those who have watched the tall, lean, terrible old man in these peculiar conversations, do not watch him again. But Angelo Ricci and Joe Sanic and Manuel Silva were not of Kingsport blood. They were of that new and heterogeneous alien stock which lies outside this charmed circle of New England life and traditions. But they saw in the terrible old man merely a tottering, almost helpless man who could not walk without the aid of his cane, and whose thin, weak hand shook pitifully. They were quite sorry in their way for the lonely, unpopular fellow, who everyone shunned, and at whom all the dogs barked singularly. But business is business, and to a robber whose soul is in his profession, so nice that you care so much about your job, there is a lure and a challenge about a very old and a feeble man who has got no account at the bank and who pays for his few necessities at the village store with Spanish gold and silver that was minted 2 centuries ago. Do you think they'd take that in like 7-Eleven? If I was just like, I just like had 2 centuries old gold and silver. It's like, listen, bro, this is worth way more than what I'm paying. Like, just take the money. I just want my energy drinks. You'll never know, cause ads. Don't worry. I'm reading a random chat now. Here, we're stalling. We're stalling. Call me Joseph. It's Saruman. It might be Saruman. Damn. Don't fuck with that. Don't fuck with him if it's Saruman. Do you like Bloodborne? I've never played Bloodborne. I've never played Bloodborne. I played like 1 Dark Souls, like very lightly. I was part of a Discord community back in the day that was very like focused on games like that, and I was not a very helpful. I was not very what's it called? I didn't belong super well in the group, but I hear that it's very good. All right, are the ads over? Can we continue? Chat, y'all here? You can continue with the ads are done. Let's see. Messrs. Ricci, Sasanik, and Silva selected the night of April 11th for their call. Mr. Ricci and Silva were to interview the poor old gentleman, while Mr. Sanik waited for them and their presumable metallic burden with a covered motor car in Ship Street, by the gate in a tall rear wall of their host's grounds. Desire to avoid needless explanations in case the police came, these plans allowed a quiet departure. They are now over. Yes, good work, ads being over. Bloodborne is definitely the best Lovecraft game of all time. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to do it. Maybe I have to play it. As prearranged, the 3 adventurers started out separately in order to prevent any evil-minded suspicions afterwards. Messrs. Ricci and Silva met in Water Street by the old man's front gate, and although they did not like the way the moon shone down around the painted stones through the budding branches of the gnarled trees, they had more important things to think about than mere idle superstition. Hey, Gary's Knockers, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. They feared it might be unpleasant work making the terrible old man loquacious concerning his hoarded gold and silver. What does loquacious mean? For aged sea captains are notably stubborn and perverse. Still, he was very old and very feeble. Man, I feel like they're really dunking on this dude. We get it. He's old and feeble. Like, come on. Like, I feel like if someone just kept describing me that way, I'm like, I'm more than that. Okay? I lost my place. There were 2 visitors. Messrs. Ricci and Silva were experienced in the art of making unwilling persons voluble, and the screams of a weak and exceptionally venerable old man could be easily muffled. So they moved up to the window and heard the terrible old man talking childishly to his bottles. Then they donned masks and knocked politely at the weather-stained oaken door. I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting Clockwork Orange vibes from this. It's another word for wet, moist, delicious. Waiting seemed very long to Mr. Sadnick as he fidgeted restlessly in the covered motor car by the terrible old man's back gate in Ship Street. He was more than ordinarily tender-hearted. and he did not like the hideous screams he had heard in the ancient house just after the hour appointed for the deed. Had he not told his colleagues to be gentle with the pathetic old sea captain? Very nervously, he watched that narrow oaken gate in the high and ivy-clad stone wall. Frequently, he consulted his watch and wondered what the delay was. Had the old man died before revealing where his treasure was? And had a thorough search become necessary? Mr. Sainik did not like... I can't pronounce this guy's name. Did not like the wait so long in the dark in a place. So he sensed a soft tread or tapping on the walk inside the gate, and he heard a gentle fumbling at the rusty latch, and he saw the narrow, heavy door swing inward. And in the glow of the single dim street lamp, he strained his eyes to see what his colleagues had brought out of that sinister house. But when he looked, he did not see what he expected. For his colleagues were not there at all, but only the terrible old man, leaning quietly on his knotted cane and smiling hideously. Mr. Sainik had never before noticed the color of that man's eyes. Now he saw that they were yellow. Creepy. Don't like that. You became a great one in Bloodborne. That's pretty dope. Where are you guys getting moist? It means someone is given to talking a lot. Yo, that's nowhere near moist. I'm never listening to y'all again. What? What? Just like the word moist. Fair. Little things make considerable excitements in little towns, which is the reason that Kingsport people talked all that spring and summer about 3 unidentifiable bodies, horribly slashed with many cutlasses and horribly mangled as by the tread of many cruel boot heels, which the tide washed in. And some people even spoke of things as trivial as the deserted car found in Ship Street, or certain especially inhuman cries, probably of a strange animal or a migratory bird, heard in the night by wakeful citizens. But in this idle village gossip, the terrible old man took no interest at all. He was by nature reserved, and when one is so aged and feeble, one's reserve is doubly strong. Besides, so ancient a sea captain must have witnessed scores of things much more stirring in the far-off days of his unremembered youth. So I feel like the reason why they're talking about how old and feeble he is so he just like isn't seen as like a threat. So when he like kills all the people, it's like, oh, you know, I'm just me. I'm just a little old man. That's a good way to, that is a good way to get away with murder. Yellow Eyes can be cool. I don't know if I'd like find it super attractive. Bloodborne subathon. Bloodborne definitely top 10. Never played it. Yeah, I don't know about Bloodborne, but we'll think about it. Okay, so we are gonna either raid Malik, who is in LA doing, what is she doing? I just see random shirt. She's just wandering around. I think let's follow her. I'm just like, I can't tell what's happening. We have her. Oh, we also have Deathly Ill as well. Oh, those are 2 really good people. Shit. All right, y'all, Deathly Ill or Malik. Whoever says it first, wins. Wait, how did you stop paying taxes? In for Malik? Okay. Malik is wandering around, northern California, I think. And she recently moved to LA. I met her. She is a super sweet girl. So please raid her and all that jazz. You pay taxes on my taxes. It sounds like some like pimp my ride shit. All right, see you all soon. I will be live on Wednesday. I'm doing a collab. I'm honestly not sure because I unfortunately double booked a collab. I'm so sorry. So I have to figure out. Oh, 2 really good people I'm collabing with. I'm not sure who though, and it's 2 different games. All right, see you soon. Have a great night, everyone. Please, oh, raid message, yes. Please come along on the raid. It would be good to, to join the raid because, what was I saying? You get points or something. I'm tired. Okay, I'm clicking the button. All right, thank you so much for being here. Bye, everyone, and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.